The 16th. It doesn't matter. It was last March. But no, my mom's seen me at she's seen me at 3 open mics and 1 paid show. Damn, very supportive.
Wow.
Yeah, that's always good.
Open mics paid shows are one thing. Open mics are a different thing. For your mom to go to one, that's outstanding. My mom would never.
You don't do a paid show?
No, she goes to paid shows. Like I said, those are one thing, but open mics are a different animal.
She's like, nah.
Yeah, a paid show. I see where you get confused, because you think, why would my own parent pay to see me, a grown adult, do anything when she could do it for free? But I just mean to say, open mics are a gamble. She might not laugh a single time.
Yeah.
But I can guarantee, and that's usually why I'll invite her to paid shows, I can guarantee she'll laugh at least twice. 2 good laughs, 2 good hearty hars in there, and then she has something to be proud of. But open mics might lower her faith in me substantially.
No,
if she saw me at one of those.
So the paid show she came to, I already had my jokes planned, and I didn't know she was gonna come, but we have multiple group messages because of my ass, I don't respond to all of them. So I sent the poster for that day to one of them, and she was like, damn, you should have told me ahead of time. But she ended up coming with one of her friends, and I was like, what the hell?
Uh-oh.
I don't know what's going on out there. But yeah, and one of my jokes was about how she would bust into my room trying to catch me masturbating I was a teenager. And I was like, my mom's here, but I was already gonna tell this joke, so I'm gonna tell it anyway.
Oh. How lovely. The first time my mom came to see me, I was telling a joke that I've since modified, but I believe I called her fat in the joke. So I didn't factor that in. And I think when I was on stage and I knew I was going to get to that part, I started fumbling like I was and then I got to healthy somewhere. I figured out I could call her healthy, and it would be inoffensive relatively. So
this motherfucker.
That's how the joke goes now. So if you've ever heard my joke where I call my mom healthy, it started from a very dark place.
Some humble beginnings.
I don't know, y'all just heard another voice in the background. I want to bring him in studio with me is Marco Trinidad from one of our latest episodes. Marco, everybody, he's here with the shirt on, representing.
Actual, looking clean, son.
Looking clean as hell. And remotely, we have another quiet guest waiting patiently, as guests should, before they're introduced. No, I'm playing. I didn't prep you at all, Marco. It's not your fault. It's not your fault. But Jamie's a pro. She's been in the background in Discord. I'm still fucking going in. I don't know why. She's having a good time at her house via Discord. Jamie Mack from a very, very early.
My mom.
Oh wow!
We don't.
No, you're on
this
screen.
Is my mom. I don't know if you can recognize that NBA player.
Who's that?
That's my father.
Oh, okay. It's not okay. You had me convinced.
No, that's what I thought that's what it was. I was like, what? I was like, what?
Clyde? You know Clyde?
So,
Clyde.
No, is that really your biological father?
This is my mother.
Okay.
Clyde is not my father.
Bro,
my mother.
I don't know what to believe.
No, when you were showing the picture, I was like, "Is that a photo of his parents?" Because I started looking. I was trying to find the features. I'm like, because with Christian, when I first met Christian, I was looking at him. I was looking at the features. I was like, okay, he is the facial features. Yeah, he's mixed.
Yeah.
My mom had a huge crush on Clyde Drexler, the former Houston Rocket, Portland Trailblazer, and that is them at the Hall of Fame induction ceremony.
Oh, okay.
She's no longer with us, but she was the funniest person I've ever met in my life.
Well, I'm sure she would be very proud of you to see that you're taking even a semi-professional swing at it. So. Yeah. And I've missed you. Marco, you don't know Jamie, or you didn't know Jamie prior, but I met Jamie in Woodbridge at the Electric Palm. We started around the same time. So, and where are you biking from again? Because you bike everywhere. What the hell?
I'm in Baltimore on the weekends, and then I'm in Alexandria during the week.
I see.
It's kind of how life is shaking out. Yep.
And for a time, you were biking from Alexandria to Woodbridge. I have that right?
Yeah. I bike all over. Yeah.
Yeah, so it's always good to have one insane guest that we can bring back over and over again.
Environmentally conscious.
To laugh with, not at, to laugh with.
Of course.
Biking that far? I think, what's his name? Greg Peters does that too. The bartender at the Electric Palm. Yeah, he bikes everywhere.
Yeah.
Let us see your calves.
I always figured, like, even if
I'm glad you said it.
At least, even if I bomb, at least I'll have like gotten a lot of exercise. You know? Or, like,
that's true.
I've had. I make a routine out of it. So
excellent.
You're too tired to think about the set, because when you bomb and then you drive an hour home, it's a fun drive.
Oh yeah.
Right.
Definitely.
Bruh, oh my god, So the page show my mom saw that Thursday, the crowd wasn't laughing. And the thing is, I felt like my jokes were hits, but the crowd wasn't really laughing. And I'm not going to lie, I let it get to me some. And I didn't give that shit up until the following fucking Monday. And that was when she saw me again the following Monday. And I told at least like one of my jokes that I told that day, but I paused it up a little more and the shit fucking killed. So I'm like, real talk, I could have polished up most of those shits on Thursday probably, but they still were fucking hits. And like I was like, I should have got chuckles at least. So I don't know. I blame that shit on the crowd.
You're measuring it by the chuckle meter. So how many? How high you filled it up.
That's how I used to fucking judge it. I used to be like, well, if I get a lot of laughs, then I'm doing good. But I don't know. And like, but I don't know. Like, the motherfuckers, they wasn't really laughing too much at anybody, and it's like ain't no way that none of us are funny. You know what I'm saying? Like all of us are decently funny. We do really well. Like, because Friday I annihilated. I switched up the jokes for the following Thursday, and a real talk, I should just did Friday all over again because it's not like we had fucking repeat fans and shit, you know what I'm saying? The in-person fan base isn't as strong as the online fan base yet.
Yeah, and just real quick, I want to acknowledge how much energy you have, and I love it. Don't stop. Hey, don't even for a moment think about getting any shut-eye during this, but I think it's noticeably higher, your excitement.
Yeah.
Right? I think Marco would agree because you fell asleep during Marco's. So
I'm talking to a whole different man right now, and I love it.
That's for a reason. We're doing this during the day for once. It's just after 4 p.m., I believe, on a Tuesday. And what's going on? I'm getting work alerts. That's how early it is. I'm getting Teams notifications on my phone. But we're doing it during the day because we're trying to do something special for our 100th episode, which, thank you for the clapping in the background. Our 100th episode, which will coincide, the upload date will coincide with our 3rd anniversary of the podcast, 3 years of doing this to the day on, Saturday, March 16th. So when this goes out, you'll be listening to us pre-recorded a few days earlier, but this was the day we could get everybody to join us. We tried to get as many former guests as possible, so we couldn't reach out to everybody. And everyone we reached out to, not everyone can join us, but we did get quite a few people to confirm. So today's the day. Here we are. We got Jamie and Marco starting us off, and sky's the limit. We'll see who else comes through. I'm very excited as we go on, and that also means that we could potentially be here for. Oh man, we started at 3:30 or 4. We could be here for like 6-7 hours recording, so buckle up. I might have to divide this up into several episodes. We'll see, depending on the nature of the upload, but nonetheless, we're getting as many guests in here as possible. Before we go any further, do either of you, our beloved guests, do you have anything coming up that you'd like to promote? Go ahead, Marco.
Okay, cool. Yeah, 23rd, I've got a showcase at Katora.
Oh yeah,
March 23rd. That should be fun.
March 23rd. Okay.
And then April 27th. I don't know. So April 27th, I got a show at the VFW. I don't know if that's like people can come join or whatever, but I'm just happy to be part of it. So yeah.
Hell yeah.
He's doing shows.
And March 23rd stuck out for me because Jamie and I actually have an event that same day. We're going to be on a showcase at Fat Pete's Barbecue that night. That's a Saturday night. It's a gay show. I called it the Gay Shit Show because it's not necessarily about being gay or queer, any of that, but it's just about making gay jokes. So I invited at least one person who does that really well, who's a straight guy, and it'll be confusing until he starts just roasting gay people and taking the piss out of gay stuff. But do you have anything besides that, Jamie, that you'd like to get out?
Well, as usual, I'll be appearing at cash register number 4 of your local organic grocery store.
There you go.
This week, but I'll be As You Are at the end of the month. I don't know, forget what date, and then another time in April, and then I have a thing at Busboys and Poets I'm doing on April 4th.
Is that a poetry reading or a comedy?
No, that's a comedy thing.
Oh, very cool.
And then I'm doing a I don't know. I think that's it. I don't know.
Yeah. No pressure either way. Yeah.
I have like 2 or 3 things coming up. So.
Well, good. Glad to hear it. Glad for both of you.
I think the 31st is the As You Are.
We're all working. Yeah. We're all trying to stay on the grind. For me, the hustle. Exactly. The fear is if I stop, I'll lose the momentum, or people will cease to recognize me and to book me, and then I'll be starting from square one, which I don't want. So if your Instagram wall, if you feel like you're inundated with me, it's for good reason. So sorry, but not sorry. Big facts. Lorenzo, what do you have going on? Actually, we'll do that at the top. Why not? So we don't have to say it again.
Somebody asked me that earlier. He was like, "You got any shows coming up?" And I'm like, "I don't know. I gotta ask." I was talking to somebody about something, maybe later this month or something, but like I don't have any official dates. I've got to talk to the higher powers.
Yeah.
Gotta talk to the Zordon.
The higher powers, the gods. You gotta speak with. Consult the High Council.
Yeah. What's the guy's name? The head on Power Rangers. What's his name?
Zordon.
Oh, it is Zordon. Oh shit, I was right. I thought that was the fucking the giant robot. That's a Zord?
That's a Zord, yeah. That's like a Megazord, yeah.
Oh, shit, yeah. I was right. Yeah, I said Zordon. I was
Zords.
Sure. I got to talk to Zordon. You know what I'm saying? When can I power up? Yeah.
Jamie, do you have any connection to Power Rangers at all?
Very little. Yeah, I'm embarrassed to admit it. Yeah.
That's okay. You shouldn't be. That's a point of pride.
No, you're good. I'm a virgin, so it is what it is. You can't have sex and then also know who Zordon is,
And Marco has a kid, so it's really an immaculate conception was his.
Thanks.
He spit out the Messiah.
I think you get your virginity back once you openly admit to liking.
Yeah. They gave me my V card back. It's express shipping too. I don't know.
They're like, here, put this in your pocket.
Yeah.
How old, Marco? How old?
Oh, he's 2 years old. He's 2 years old.
2 years, okay. What is he into? Into trucks or
no, I made the mistake of I got him into a really niche game. It's called Piku Niku, and nobody knows about this. It's one game. It's like 4 hours long, but he's obsessed with it. So I've played it countless times, and there's no merchandise for it. It's just this one game, and he's obsessed with it. Yeah.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
Picunico. It's a video game?
Yeah, it's a video game.
Okay, on what console?
It's on. I think it's on all consoles.
Gotcha. What are you playing it on, like Switch?
Xbox.
Xbox. I see. Wow, you're hooking your. Oh, you're playing it on his behalf.
Yeah, I'm playing it. He's watching it. Then I'm, reading the thing, doing voices and stuff.
I was like, you're starting him young. If he's already on an Xbox controller, goddamn.
Yeah, he's already like yelling racial slurs online.
That's good.
He's above his.
I wouldn't have it any other way. Get him in those COD lobbies. Yuck.
Yeah.
Immediately. He'll fit right in with the 12-year-olds. They'd be like, how old are you? And he'd be like, cute. And they'd be like, you sound like you're 12 like me.
Yeah. I mean, for a while, they had integrated Lego into Fortnite, so they're really trying to get...
everybody.
Yeah, because what's Roblox is the big thing for super small kids and higher. So they thought Fortnite Epic, I guess, thought let's just go straight to the source. Let's get Lego involved. And so, oh boy, I don't know.
Once they put Minecraft in there, it's over. Because you see, they do the anime
that too.
They put Minecraft in there?
Not yet. He's saying once they do, then it's over.
You know it's coming. Wait, they're probably trying to bargain with Nintendo right now, and they're gonna put Smash Orbs in it and shit. Yeah, they're bargaining with Nintendo right now for fucking Mario and fucking Super Mushrooms, bro. I guarantee it.
What did we all grow up on? That would be an interesting
video game wise.
Video game wise, yeah. What was your go-to, Marco?
My first console was a PlayStation, PS1, and I was really into Mega Man growing up. Yeah, that was my shit.
Okay.
Megalodon.
Mega Man. What about you, Lorenzo? What was your big gaming franchise?
I think I've always been like a Nintendo fan. Like I still have a PlayStation 2. I played like Dragon Ball Z, Budokai Tenkaichi 3.
Oh,
like Facts, yeah. I think I played Sonic on my PlayStation, and because I remember the fucking Sega would be like loud as shit, and then everything else is like normal or quiet volume. Like the Sega is ridiculously loud. It makes no sense for it to be this fucking loud. You gotta mute the fucking TV. It's just like, and
we couldn't hear that, so you muted your TV in that instance. It peaks out. If you get too loud, the Discord cuts you off. So
I didn't want to give nobody fucking tinnitus. So
I already got it. You're good.
Sega doesn't give a shit. Who's gonna pay for? Sega's not gonna pay for your tinnitus. I just want you to know that, even though they caused it.
I gotta say, for me, it was always like Mario adjacent games. So I don't know where I was when I first played Mario 64. I never had a Nintendo 64, but I did play it somewhere, and then I was hooked, and then I knew who Mario was, so I always got Mario, like, side-scrolling GameCube games, and then Mario Sunshine on the GameCube is big, which I only just beat recently on stream. I beat the port, or whatever you call it. It's like the 3D All-Stars edition on Switch. I beat that, and I was really proud because as a kid I couldn't get like halfway through the game. I would just like replay the same levels over and over and over again. And then Pokemon took over at some point on the DS, and Smash Bros was huge for me. Smash Bros Melee. So GameCube was my big console growing up, and Melee and Mario Sunshine back and forth between them. Jamie, do you play anything?
Yeah, well, as you know, I'm older than all of you, and I was raised in the Depression. And back when I grew up, my father would come home on Friday nights with a giant wooden ball.
That's what I was going to say. You just played what they put on the table at Cracker Barrel? Is that what your family played? Okay.
It was triangle things, yes. Where I'd always end up with like 7 anyway.
There you go. Excellent.
And then the little code would say, "You're a fucking moron." Number 1 is like, "You're a genius," and like 7 left would be like,
shit, bro. Holy fuck.
Do video games interest you at all?
No. When I grew up, there was I remember going to the arcade and playing Pac-Man and Q*bert, and then like Mortal Kombat had just come out, and I was always really good at like the stupidest games, and I could sit there and put in a quarter and play Qbert for like 25 minutes, but like it was and I could beat the game, but it was like, what's the point? And
that's pretty impressive.
My father was an airline pilot, and he had Flight Simulator. I played that a lot.
Flight Simulator, that's big.
Yeah, I guess it had just started coming out when I was a kid. Yeah. Okay. And
I could see you in an arcade tearing it up.
Ataris and all that. So yeah. I grew up at the beach, though. I was always I grew up surfing and just always in the water. And
Lorenzo, you got to get in there. You just have to let it rip.
I know. I was gonna say, has anyone played the flight? The Google has like a flight simulator or some shit on like. Has anyone just played with that for fun?
No,
I didn't even know.
Like crashing into things, being a terrorist.
Jamie knows what yes, bro. Oh my god. I'll like let's say I like know my ex's address and I'll just keep crashing.
That's
so funny. Look, no, listen, I'm gonna tell you something. Here's a story. So I used to stay in this house with a bunch of different women, and one morning they tell me, they're like, yeah, I play Sims and I like kill my exes in a different way every day. And they were like, today I killed you. They're like, today I put you in a pool and I took the ladder. And so they admitted to they basically wanted to kill me, but they know it's illegal, so they killed me in Sims every fucking day.
And they wanted to let you know about it too.
Yeah. And they probably still do it. Every day I die a different way in Sims, you know?
Oh
damn. To at least 3 people, you know.
Do you think it's like you think it's like a voodoo doll situation? Did you ever feel anything they did to you?
What if one day like all of them choose to kill me in the same way and I just die in some bizarre ass fucking Sims only way or something?
Well, you clearly haven't died yet, but I just mean to say, like, okay, so one of them kicks you off of a cliff and you get impaled on like a bed of spikes. Do you feel tingly in the front the same day that they tell you they did that to you? You know what I mean? Or like while you were in the bathtub, they accidentally dropped the toaster in while it's in the wall. Do you feel ticklish all over the same day that they notify you they did that to you?
I can't be electrocuted. When I was a child, I would take a bath and the outlet was open and I'd put my finger in because I liked the way it felt. So I can't be electrocuted. I knew you were special.
I did. The day I met you, I knew that something was wrong. Something was not right.
I'm trying to get superpowers.
You're Static Shock.
You're Static Shock.
Yeah, exactly. You are Static Shock.
Exactly.
You do like that sewer grate a lot. I don't know. I never knew what the deal with that was. You carry around a sewer grate everywhere you go. I just thought you liked Ninja Turtles. Oh, man.
Boy. Shit. Raphael's my favorite. That's the angry one, right?
That's a good question.
Yeah. Can you name all the Ninja Turtles?
Who, me?
I'll give you your virginity back if you can do that. I'll grant it to you.
I've never touched any. I'm a virgin. The Lord is watching at all times. I don't have the sex.
I have a lot of the original comic books.
Ooh, the black and white ones.
Oh wow.
Yep. Yeah. I don't have 1, 2, and 3, but I have like most of
all the rest.
4. Yeah.
Turtles.
So like you just said, Marco, like they're black and white. Weren't they like edgy?
Yeah, they were definitely edgy.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh.
They're a play on Daredevil too. There's like a spoof on Daredevil.
Huh.
Yeah.
Oh. I think I have one of the later comics where it's like a lot more mutants and shit running around. Yeah, I got one of the later comics, but as far as the originals, far from it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. There's always a Leonardo guy. It was always my favorite.
Yeah. Oh, because you're a leader. Gotcha.
No, just blue is my favorite color.
Oh, really?
I didn't think about it that far.
It was that simple.
Yeah.
You didn't like the katana, right? Is it?
Those were cool. Those were the only cool ones.
They all have 2 weapons. Yeah. Except for what's his face? The one with
Donatello.
Yeah. You're working your way back.
No,
I was just about to ask that. I was about to be like,
I know it.
Who has the staff? Yeah.
How do you have 2 V cards? I don't understand.
Like katanas, they come in pairs.
you might want to exchange one for a fun time, and
That's
then
right.
you still have one. So it's like a voucher.
Maybe that way you can still get into heaven out of wedlock.
Oh, yeah.
Hey, it's not premarital sex if you never get married.
Amen.
Big brains.
Hey,
Big brains.
that's why I got
Big
divorced, so I could keep on having non-premarital sex. It's postmarital.
It's postmarital, dude.
It's about postmarital sex. So I'm doing pretty phenomenal.
Wow.
Yeah.
You're loopholing the Bible, and I like it.
Oh man! Speaking of loopholing the Bible, Joe Biden gave a State of the Union address. Did you guys watch that?
No.
How'd you like it? You didn't see it? No. Jamie, you didn't watch it?
No, I used to be a newspaper reporter.
Yeah, I would have figured you're still involved.
No, I don't.
He's like, I'm dead.
Hang on, wait a minute.
I just dropped. Sorry about that. Go on.
Marco's seat.
Go on about the
sounds
news.
like shit.
Don't worry about it. Go on.
As long as you're okay.
It's fine.
We don't have medical here. You won't be covered tonight. I beg you to sue me because we'll keep it in court as long as
I gotta
possible.
tell you a quick Bible story. I used to be a private investigator after I was a reporter, and back when I was Jim. Now I'm Jamie, and all that. And
yes, Marco. If you didn't know, Jamie is trans. I didn't want to, and for the audience listening too. So that's all. Not that it's important.
A case where I had to locate somebody, and they were a day laborer. That's all I knew. So I went to this day labor agency, and I got this app, and it would tell you where all the jobs are, So I eventually found this guy another way, but I would still get these alerts on my phone, like, do you want to be a parking lot attendant at the Redskins game, or do you want to drive to wreck cars at an auto auction in Stafford, or whatever? And so I would just take these jobs because, it would be interesting, something different to do.
Why not?
And then about a year ago, I got an alert on my phone for a dishwasher at the National Bible Museum, and I said, wouldn't it be interesting if I got really transed up and really just pushed it and showed up at the Bible?
I don't know.
And so I did, and at first when I walked in, they just didn't know what to do with me.
Yeah.
And then it was a private banquet, and then I go into the kitchen and I'm washing dishes, and there was somebody there who was very, very somebody higher up who was not particularly kind to me. But then I went into the kitchen, and the staff was all African American, and the person in charge came up to me and said, hey, I just want to ask you your pronouns. What are your pronouns? I want to make sure you feel comfortable. And sitting right next to the person was a big box of produce, and it said Dolores Produce, and Dolores was my mother's name. And I later wrote a letter to the Bible Museum saying, if you really want to find godliness, you don't have to look on the walls or in your collection or in the preachings your people who bring in. Go talk to your kitchen staff, because that's where all the action is. And it was because I went in there fearing the worst, and actually it was the kitchen staff and the people working in there who made me feel welcome. And that's I found so much kindness and support in the arts community and in comedy and in theater and poetry over the last year and a half that have really helped me make my way in the world.
And this kitchen staff back of house, no matter what it is, they've seen it all usually, and they really they couldn't give a shit or less of one about really anything other than if you're a good person and you're willing to.
As long as you can load that Hobart and keep the dishes moving.
There we go.
Do a good job, And
absolutely,
anyway, that's what the religious community and the religious right. That's what's so ironic to me about me transitioning, because now I am leading a very pure and quiet little life. After a comedy show, I'll be in bed watching Murder, She Wrote and doing Latch Hook or something. Whereas in the old days when I was Jim, I would go out drinking, and I'd go meet other closeted dads at the local Days Inn, and I do all this self-destructive stuff. And now I look different, but I'm actually leading the kind of life that a very quiet, almost church ladylike life, you know.
Hell yeah.
So it's not really about making, people saving people's souls as much as controlling them so that they will, give their tithe or whatever. But I've gotten so much kindness and support and from comedians, and just when you put yourself out there into the world for the first time, like this, it's not an easy thing, but people who go up and bleed their truth on a stage or a page in whatever way they do it are always, without exception, incredibly decent and kind to me, with a couple exceptions in comedy, but that's okay because I've made a lot of friends, and I really that's what's really important to me about doing all of this. So it means a lot. Like, I went to this over 40 thing, this over 40 social club recently, like a queer social club.
Okay,
and all
gay
anybody
specific.
did was talk about books and movies. But then when I hang out with young people are out producing stuff. You know what I mean? That's the community I want to be around. I want to be around people who are getting up on stages and whether it's a joke or a poem or theater and creating art. I don't really want to sit at home watching TV. I want to be making stuff. And I think that young people especially have really come into my life in a way that's very surprising to me.
And it's not really even all about being young. It's about, I think, what we were talking about at the top, keeping the momentum going. Because once that ball stops rolling or you start losing it, it's really easy to just, I'm just I'm 1 month of not doing comedy or 1 week of not doing an open mic away from just completely being lost in Elden Ring and just trying to embark upon a failed streaming career. I'm that close. Because it's just so tempting to sit back and like all these other people, just read books for the book club or play games or, there's a new release every month. It feels like there's something else I could be doing with a much less of a barrier to entry or less resistance that I could be enjoying. But that's to say I do enjoy comedy, and I enjoy it enough to get off my ass and put shit together, put jokes together, put events together, get to those events, get booked on events. I just got something today where I'm going to be in Richmond on Thursday this week.
Yes,
that's awesome.
Congrats.
Thank you. But that means that I'll have to work a full shift since it's on such short notice and then drive to Richmond. And it's a year ago, if you told me I was doing all this, I would have laughed in your face. And then I would have said, get the fuck out of here. Or I'm calling the police. Who are you? You can see into the future? I would have been, so unless I was at a fortune teller, I would have. But no, here I am. And I don't think it has so much to do with being young as it is once you find something you really enjoy, and you find you're in the pocket, you're locked into it, the ambition comes after, I think, or so I've found, if that makes any sense.
Yeah, I think that makes sense.
That's how it is with me and meth too. I mean,
and meth, good.
I was like, was that meth or math?
Math. Got a real mathematician, Jamie Mack, everybody.
Oh shit!
Holy cow!
No, you're not from Virginia, but you stay in Virginia.
I was going to say, where'd you say you stay in Alexandria?
I'm in Alexandria during the week.
You weren't involved in the house that blew up in Arlington, were you? Or was that Alexandria? No. Okay.
What episode was it? Because we did do an episode of the podcast where we explained how to make meth.
I know we didn't.
Really?
And if we did, we didn't.
We didn't.
I'll make that clear. If we did, it never happened.
We did. We would
Let's not broadcast that on the episode people are most likely to watch.
That would be extremely irresponsible, and we would never do something like
just
that.
casually broke bad.
Yeah,
for an episode.
It's funny. I never actually watched that. And I didn't know that the guy was the dad from Malcolm in the Middle. Malcolm in the Middle was my shit.
That show was amazing, and I miss it. It's a good show.
Are we talking about Breaking Bad or Malcolm in the Middle?
I guess both, but more Breaking Bad. But I like Malcolm in the Middle too. I think it holds up surprisingly.
Yeah. Damn, it used to be on Netflix back in the day. That was my shit. Yes, no, me. I'm not gonna sing the full fucking theme song.
Nah, go for it, dude. I want it.
We'll probably get the whole video taken down. For like 30 seconds of me singing.
Frankie Muniz will break into your house right now.
He'll pull up in his. Well, he has like a nice car or some shit. He'll pull up in his fucking car, and they're like, "What the fuck?" What?
Yeah, he doesn't have a lot going on right now, so he's got time.
Bruh. I thought that Francis was what's his face? We don't know if he's gay. The blonde hair guy. How I Met Your Mother. What's his name?
Oh, Neil Patrick Harris.
Yeah, him. I thought that was him, but I don't think that's him.
No, it's a whole different other guy.
But they look just alike, right? Or is that just me?
I think that might just be you, but I mean, blonde hair, it's fine.
Same difference.
Yeah. You're white blind? Is that what it is?
It's a white people blindness.
I don't see color.
No, but Jamie and Marco, did you hear this story? Here, if you look at the screen, can you see this?
Yep.
YouTube on the screen. I think Jamie, you'll have to click on the stream it might be a black box. Yeah. You might have to expand that.
Shit. That looks like something I do.
It's a house in Arlington. It was earlier this year. Is it earlier this year or late last year? Either way.
Interesting.
An entire townhouse was set ablaze, and then I think as first responders were going in, then it just completely blew up.
That's a nice place.
It's a nice place, yeah, or it was. From the outside, it's very nice. I'm sure on the inside.
The inside probably got a lot of money's worth of stuff.
Yeah, so the police are shouting, come out with your hands up, and then boom, it goes up just like that. The entire house.
Oh,
Mm-hmm.
Wow.
So I'm venturing to guess you weren't involved in that because you would not be with us.
I was about to say nobody survived that.
HOA could not have been happy about that.
Yeah. I'm certainly not.
That's what happens with my mixtape. Press play.
God damn.
I'm sorry. I hope they're okay. That's not okay.
I hope. Yeah,
it's terrible because I didn't even think of no shit like that. I didn't think, are they okay? I'm like, they're definitely dead, and I don't care. It's not that I don't care, but I don't care.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, what can you do? What can you do now?
Exactly. What can I do? I can't do nothing.
You can't unblow up that house.
Yeah.
But that's lit as fuck. Real fuck, what a way to go. What a way to go.
That is true.
A lot of people die in really lame ways, But look at that. It's on the news.
It was, yes. It was a meth meth lab where they were, I guess, manufacturing, packaging, everything in-house. So
did they blow it up intentionally because the cops were coming, or did they
I'm not aware of the nature of the explosion, other than that it was related directly to that it was a drug house. I don't know how many casualties there may or may not have been, but in the video you hear police shouting, come out with your hands up. So it was a bust. I think what happened was the house was on fire prior to the police arriving, and then they realized, they kind of put two and two together that there's drug involvement. I think that's speculative.
I feel like the meth dealers could have done a better job picking a location for their lab. Arlington doesn't seem like a good place for a meth lab.
You think?
Isn't Arlington kind of like it's kind of expensive there? So I feel like the more high class you seem, it seems like you probably deal cocaine and not meth.
Let's take a look here. Yeah. Oh my gosh, my screen is all jacked up.
I just don't think Arlington, Georgetown, Bethesda when I think meth labs. I think,
That's the whole point, though. You're not trying to be...
Right. Maybe that was a good spot.
Exactly.
Well. So this was in December of last year. This article was written December 5th. So, at the end of last year... The man whose house exploded during a standoff with police is dead. James Yu, 56, is presumed dead as a result of the explosion of the duplex at 844 North Burlington Street in the Bluemont neighborhood. Arlington County Police confirmed during a news conference this afternoon. So that guy's done.
What does he look like?
That's fair to say he's done.
He's
Checked
I
out.
need to see what he looks like. Please, I need to see what he looks like. I need to see so bad.
Yeah, that's the top result. He looks
I
like
wonder if I knew
someone
him. The grocery
James
store
Yu
where I worked was there.
might have looked like. Okay, well, good.
I'm not
for
gonna
him.
lie.
Meth doesn't discriminate.
It doesn't. It's all inclusive.
This might sound fucked up, but that's the last thing I expected.
Really?
He's
when
Walter
I
White.
heard meth. You know, he's yeah.
I don't know.
Oh
I mean,
my God, bro.
he probably had a
He might be Walter
He had
Ty.
it down
I don't know
pat.
about Walter White.
an off rhyme. Really, you couldn't be more creative. Oh man, yeah, no, we've only got one picture of him. That's good. We know who he is for sure.
He looks like a cool dude. He looks happy.
Yeah.
You know, I'm happy for him.
Would you hang out with him if he had the chance?
Not if he does meth.
Well, we know he was manufacturing.
I don't know.
We don't know if he does.
Oh, true.
Yeah.
He probably has money. People that got a lot of money are usually cool and like to spend it on their friends. So yeah, I'd hang with him.
Hell yeah,
I'd hang
dude.
with him. But if he
Yeah.
starts sticking at his face, I can't hang with him. You know.
Human remains were located at the scene. The explosion happened around 8:25 p.m. Monday and was heard and felt from miles around. It followed a standoff. Okay, yep. So the standoff started at 4:45 p.m. as you fired some 30 or 40 flares from his window, sending them over. Why was he setting flares off? I wonder.
Interesting.
That's strange. The explosion shattered home and car windows near the blast site and injured several officers. No officers were killed, it looks like. That's good for them. Yeah, that's so weird. Before the explosion, ACPD used a SWAT vehicle to breach the front door and establish communication with you, order him to come. So that's where the video we watched started, was when they started to open the front door to the house and try to communicate with them. They experienced what is believed to be multiple gunshots coming from a firearm from inside the dwelling. That's so weird. I wonder why.
Let me ask you this. Let me ask you this. So when people of generations talk about the first like big generational trauma, you hear older people talk about the Kennedy assassination and other things and this, you know, the space shuttle and 9/11. For me, growing up in the Philadelphia area, it was something called the MOVE disaster, and there was this gang or not really gang, but organization called MOVE, and they were in a row house, and the police dropped fire bombs on the house to flush them out, and instead like 13 people died.
Jeez.
And an entire city block burned to the ground. It was a big deal at the time, but and it was awful. But for me, that was like the first like generational, like, holy shit, this is happening. The world is not like a safe place. And so for what would that be for people of your generation? Because this is a great topic for comedy, of course.
No, for real.
But I am curious. Like,
It's a fascinating question. Yeah. What's sort of like the oh shit, like the traumatic moment of your childhood, or on the world stage, yeah. Lorenzo, does anything stick out for you? Because
I was gonna say
9/11 is before your time, right?
Yeah.
I was gonna say a classic, a goodie. Everyone knows this one.
Yeah, you can't forget it.
9/11. Yeah, can't forget it. A classic, a goodie. A good old 9.
Same for you, Marco.
Yeah, it's kind of hard to top 9/11, you know, in terms of traumatic events, you know.
You all remember that? Were you were you cognizant of that at the time? Or?
Yeah, I was like 7 or 8 when that happened.
Really? Okay.
Yeah.
I mean, like, so I've been unaware of everything forever now. So it's like, you know, I probably knew about it, but like, I didn't know what it meant, because I don't live in New York. So it's like, I'm like, oh, okay, can I go to the park tomorrow?
Fucked up since then, to be honest with you. Yeah. Because we've had like wars and shit.
Yeah, son. Like everything's continuously going on around us, and it's like, that's why I focus on my itty bitty little life, because I'm like, hey,
what else can you do,
Exactly. I'm like, son, as long as I get to do what I'd like to do the next day, I'm cool, And back then I was like, can I still swing on the fucking swing set, All right, cool. Let's get it,
Let me look up national tragedies. Early 2000s. Let's see what comes up.
I love this topic. I love it.
Yeah. I'm gonna do a set after this. I'm gonna be so joyful.
Let's just go to the Wikipedia. Okay, terrorist attacks.
See, 9/11. It's
prominent. Yeah.
Anthrax can't. Oh, how did I forget the fucking anthrax, bro?
Like, there's no following that.
I was a newspaper reporter at the time, and 9/11 happened. I went up to New York and interviewed people coming off the ferry, and they're all covered in blood and all that.
Oh shit! They're covered in blood.
Yeah, people. I interviewed people who were told to stay in the building. Like the intercom person came on. It's like, stay in the building, but they left anyway. And if they hadn't, they wouldn't, be around.
That's so.
Holy.
Yeah, I worked at the Atlantic City Press at the time, and I knew they were going to assign me some boring ass story, so I drove all the way up to the Meadowlands, parked my car, walked 10 miles to Hoboken, got there in time, filed that article at a local Kinko's, and then the next day I took the ferry into Manhattan, and I started interviewing people and, trucks carrying body bags and all that. It was an amazing scene. Jesus. I wish I had brought a video camera, because you'd go in the subway walls and there'd be all these people. Have you seen so-and-so? The world changed so fast at that time, but I mean, that was like the one time when everybody came together after that happened. Now as a country, we're just
fucking TSA workers.
Yeah.
Shit, so,
isn't that when they were created? Because of that?
Yeah, something like that.
It'd be a funny skit. What if, like, so we got like two dudes that used to work at the World Trade Center, and this
sounded like a funny skit already.
Yeah. No, listen. So it might not be funny, but I think it's funny. All right. So they're walking, they're talking, and then they see this guy, and they're like, "Hold up, Chip." Then Chip is the announcer guy, and he's like, I thought you told us to stay in the building. You left and you told us to stay? And then and it's like an awkward conversation or some shit, and he fucking like runs at the end or something. I don't fucking know. Yeah. But it's like, wouldn't that be wild? Like if old dude was like, hey, stay in the building, and then he like fucking dip, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
That would be wild. I wonder what the benefit of was. Do you know what they were telling you? Were they telling you it was coming from inside of the building?
Anytime you follow protocol, I'm sure it was just, we thought the damn thing was going to fall down. But anyway, but I was just curious for like younger people what that defining event would, because it's different for everybody. For me, it was like some event in Philadelphia. It wasn't like a huge national thing, but it really it just changed my perspective on life in such a way, because it taught me like shit, like life isn't fair in a hurry. I don't know. Like
for me, you two said 9/11. For me, it had to. Well, I always think of 9/11, and I think I said it first just because it's what comes to mind. But that's not really what kind of like fucked me up over, there's violence or there's like scary shit going on. I think for me that was the Holocaust when I started learning about it in like middle school. Which is that too early to learn about the Holocaust? I don't know. But
I thought you were saying that you were a part of it. I was like, now we all know your ass was not. This was not there.
They separated me from my parents. My brother. No, that's not funny either. There's a funny sketch in there somewhere, but
probably
not a funny topic.
just to state, the Holocaust was very fucked up. We don't condone anything.
We don't condone the Holocaust.
We don't condone genocide. Yes. We're not fans. No. Fuck Hitler. You know what I'm saying?
But it's fascinating. It's fascinating that you brought up that account of people telling people in the building to stay inside, because I just watched Band of Brothers, the HBO docu-series. It's like based on a book series of it's a company of like paratroopers after D-Day or on D-Day landing in Europe to begin the Allied beginning of World War II. I'm so bad at explaining this, but that's what the show is about. Great show, directed and produced by Tom Hanks and Steven Spielberg. So it's like some crazy budget. It still holds up. It was like early 2000s when it was made, but man, is it a good show. But toward the end, one of the later episodes, I think it was like the second to last episode, they're in I want to say Austria or somewhere, and the war effort sort of like died down, and they're just trying to capture prisoners and people and get Germany to surrender. And as Germany's on the brink of surrender, the Americans are patrolling, and they find a Jewish camp. And it was sort of the early beginnings of those starting to be discovered, even because you have to, which I didn't realize, but you have to figure that wasn't like public information unless you were there witnessing it. Like they weren't Germany, and the Axis powers, they weren't broadcasting that they were exterminating Jewish people. That wasn't like part of their propaganda or any of that. That was just kind of like a side project that they had, literally cooking. Like people,
it was
like
a hobby they had.
Millions of people. Yeah, just for real. It was like Hitler's hobby and their party's hobby was just like, and we're also going to help the economy by just killing off an entire race of people and just stealing their stuff. That's kind of how we're going to fuel. And you have to figure how they were able to fuel the war effort so well, being such a small nation. It's because, well, when you take millions and millions of people's wealth from them and kill them, it turns out you can make a lot of weapons and mobilize a lot of people and grow your economy. But anyway, what was crazy to me in that episode was that when the Americans and people started finding these camps, they told them actually, hey, well, at first they were like, we need to get these people food. We need to find food because these people are emaciated. It's not looking good. Then they bring food and they go, wait, doctors are telling us we can't actually give you all this food because you're atrophied. Your organs you'll basically rupture your internal organs at the rate you're eating. So we have to get you on a diet plan, all that. And also to do that, we have to make sure you don't leave. So you need to go back into the camp and stay here so that we can monitor you, because the amount of people, it was such a massive amount of people that they couldn't facilitate their sort of reintroduction to society anywhere else but in these camps. So for another however many weeks, months, they had to stay in the wretched filth and like decrepit conditions just so that they could be reacclimated to society in a productive way. And today, actually, I was listening to a guy describing his experience of just hiding and then eventually getting captured and sent to one. It was just, I had to turn it off at a certain point. But that for me is like the ultimate learning of it. It really instilled in me, we're all on borrowed time, and for some people in some ages it was really just that's all they ever knew. And these people, they're still all they know, and they live minute to minute because it can all just be taken from you.
Yeah,
I'm sure that's what people are experiencing in Gaza right now. Just realizing, okay, maybe I grew up in this house all my life, but here it is, destroyed. yesterday. Now what do I do? Now where do I go? So it's always ongoing. Displacement.
Yeah.
That shit was in the 40s, wasn't it? 1940s?
In the 40s, yep.
Yeah.
God damn, bro. That shit's not, it's like 80 years old. Fuck, bro.
Yeah.
That's wild. Damn.
Civil rights is only so old.
My grandfather.
I know, yes. Fucking, yeah.
Your grandfather fought in World War II?
Yeah, so we're not all that far removed when you think about it. Because my grandfather and I knew my grandfathers, they both fought in the war and all that. So it's not.
When they made the show, I was describing, not to cut you off, when they made the show, that most of the people in the book and that the show was modeled after were alive and there to give, notes to the fucking crew and actors. And those people are now just, they're called like, what, the greatest generation, I think. They're
talk. They deserve that.
Yeah.
After some shit like that.
Oh, yeah.
You can have that.
Watch the show. You're going to love white people. Hey, if you watch Band of Brothers, you fall in love with white people instantly. I implore all these woke fucking...
I don't know about that.
So if you want to love old white dudes?
Yeah, no, for real.
Band of Brothers. Yeah, they get interviewed in the beginning of the show.
Yes,
yeah,
at the beginning of each episode, they interview them. And you don't realize, unless you're like totally stupid, you realize at the end when they put names to the faces of the old people that are being interviewed, that they are the people the actors are portraying, and they put their little coastline names up there and shit. But what about your grandfather, Jamie? That's fucking
I was gonna
outstanding.
say old.
Hang on, Lorenzo, are you there?
And I can't figure out
I'm here.
Okay, you froze, Jamie. Sorry.
No, she froze again.
Oh no. Oh, you're back. You're back. You were gonna say about old people.
Oh, you were talking about old white dudes.
Yeah.
And I was gonna say that they hate me now, but they didn't like 5 years ago. I can't figure out what. I can't figure.
Because you used to be one of them. It's a different
Oh shit.
thing. They hate all women too. I want to make that clear. It's not just you're not an exception.
So do I.
They're not too fond of minorities either, so you're good.
I should have worn the t-shirt.
That's also true.
Yeah, you should have worn our shirt. You could have worn
I had a t-shirt made where this customer, he was awful to me, and came at me physically. Called me awful names. And my problem with the grocery store where I worked was if you stole something, they would put your picture up by the time clock so workers could alert management about their presence in the store. But somebody who throws a glass bottle or somebody who comes at me physically or calls me an awful name, they don't put their pictures up.
Yeah.
And it pissed me off. And I complained to management about it, but they wouldn't do anything about it. So this guy, I took my cell phone out and I took a picture of him as he's driving out the parking lot. And I had a T-shirt made with his face on it and a big pink heart around it, a nice low-cut ladies T-shirt.
I fucking love that.
Yeah, and I've worn it on set sometimes, and I like to think that someday you'll see me wearing it, and that's what I'm going to do from now on. Anybody who is impolite like that, I will just take their picture and turn them into a big old pink T-shirt and wear it in the world.
That's like you're taking their soul, dude. That's cool. I like that.
Or get like a
putting
patch.
them on my pharmaceutically enhanced chest.
Yeah, you're Shang Tsung.
You're becoming more powerful with each.
Oh shit!
You played Mortal Kombat ever in the arcade, Jamie? Shang Tsung?
Yeah.
Yeah, he's a Mortal Kombat character.
Yeah, I love Mortal Kombat.
Me too.
Yeah,
I started at like MK. What was the PS3, the big one?
MK9.
9.
Yep. I am a virgin. Yeah. That's my third V card today. Yep. I'm just collecting.
My Noob Saibot was my favorite. I was right there with you.
Yeah, he was cool.
It was a dire. I'd say PlayStation 2. I was playing it on Xbox 360.
Same.
Yep. I knew I could speak to you with PlayStation.
Oh my fucking god! These PlayStationeers.
And I liked DC Mortal Kombat, or the other way around.
DC was Mortal Kombat Universe.
Yeah.
It was good.
I was fucking.
I don't know. Yeah.
Deathstroke in that. Yeah.
I don't know if I played that one.
That one was cool because it was like you could walk forwards and backwards in it too. So it was truly like 3D.
sidestepping. Yeah.
It was sidestepping. Yeah.
The fatalities were terrible, but
yeah. Oh, very bad motion.
Yeah.
And
they weren't allowed to kill because they didn't want to have like Superman doing a fatality on a person. So
exactly. They'll do that now with Homelander and John Cena now. They all get fatalities. But
do you have MK1?
I don't know. I want it.
It's pretty good.
Is it?
Yeah. I have no time to play it, but yeah, it's good.
Was that on the Dreamcast? The first one, wasn't that on like a Dreamcast or something? Or is
MK4 was.
Oh, word. I remember one of them. Shit.
Yeah.
God damn.
And when Marco says MK1 now, he's talking about the newest installment, which they called 1 for some reason.
Yeah.
Yeah,
they did.
Nani?
And so all the DLC characters now, like they have Peacemaker from
DC.
Yeah, from Suicide Squad. Like that's why I said John Cena. It's just John Cena basically with the helmet.
I just assumed. Yeah, I was like, oh, Peter's like John Cena.
They're gonna have Homelander from The Boys. He's gonna be in it, but the actor's not actually voicing him. John Cena voiced himself, and
J.K.
Simmons voiced himself.
He voiced Omni-Man.
Omni-Man is in Mortal Kombat now. Yeah,
I need those pictures of Mark Parker. I don't fucking know.
I knew what you were doing. I like it.
Yeah.
Shout out to Awake Lorenz. He's great.
You
want to talk about impressions, Marco?
I got a Knights of Columbus meeting coming up.
Yes. Please, thank you so much for joining us, Jamie. I feel like a natural transition into virginity as you exit.
I was about to say that wasn't a play on words.
I really enjoyed hanging out with y'all.
It's nice to meet you, Jamie.
We appreciate it.
Yeah, I'll see you.
Yep. We'll see you. Jamie Mack, everyone.
Share it with the world. See ya.
Oh, this gives me an opportunity to figure out how to transition. Person to person.
Oh, great.
Our screens are fucking awesome. If you need to get up or leave too, Marco, you're more than welcome.
I'll probably leave soon.
Yeah.
Don't worry.
No, yeah. Absolutely.
Yeah, got to make it to High Mark by 6, I think.
High Mark. Oh yeah. Well, you got to get to Fredericksburg. Yeah, look at traffic. You might want to leave now.
You're right.
Yeah, because 5 o'clock isn't. That's still well within traffic time.
That should gets to a standstill. Is it past exit 126?
I have no idea. I let Google take the wheel, so I have no idea. Let me see.
So that's the shit you gotta look at the time that you like. If you looked last night at 8 p.m., that's not gonna be the same as right now. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. I got a little time.
Okay.
Yeah, things are all right.
All right. And you're hosting tonight?
No, Chris Porter's hosting. So
got you.
Thankful for that because
awesome.
I hosted a beer garden yesterday, so I was.
Oh, how was that?
It's fun. I've done it a couple of times. I always have a good time doing it. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Is it still Dan running that?
It's still Dan running.
Awesome. I want to get him on here, but I don't know if he likes me.
Oh.
Yeah. Do you know who
speaking of burning bridges, I'm just gonna that's what this podcast is for. I tried to do it once an episode, just burn a bridge. I don't want to put that on Dan Kaufman. I don't know. He's a busy guy. We're both busy, so
yeah, that's what it is, of course.
That's all it is.
That's all adulting is. I figured that out a while ago. Adulting is trying to fucking like hang out with friends, but you can't schedule it because your work schedules are different and shit. That's all it is.
That's all.
So you just send like Instagram reels to each other and you communicate.
Yes, he fucking gets it.
And just reels.
That's me and Brandon Moore. I feel like that's our working relationship. Is just sending like fucked up reels or whatever, and occasionally getting on a show.
Christian told me on multiple occasions that I send him too many reels.
Yes, because you
do. Him to go and find someone else to do it with, which is kind of fucked up.
But
it's kind of trifling.
It's very occasional though. It's maybe like once every like several days. What Lorenzo says is bombardment. That's like it's overboard.
Is it at least? Are they at least good reels? Funny reels? No.
Did I say no fast enough?
I find them to be. Because it's not like I send him anything. I send him things that I believe are funny. Okay, and I told him anything that he gets, at least 2 other people are getting everything that he gets and more. So it's like,
And you curate them to his sense of humor, and then he just dismisses them.
Yeah, he doesn't even care to look.
Marco, we've done this for 2 or 3 episodes. We've gone through the recent garbage I've been sent, and we've shown the audience so that they can, for themselves, decide if I'm right or wrong. But I won't subject you to that. No.
It's okay.
No, maybe in private, maybe off mic. The next time we see each other, I'll just pull them up and I'll let you decide.
Actually, Lorenzo, I had a question for you from the last episode. You mentioned that there are a lot of popular movies out there that you haven't seen. What's an example of that?
Name a movie. I'll tell you if I've seen it or not.
All right, I'll just give you my favorites. Goodfellas.
I haven't seen it.
What?
No, hold up. Christian, did we see that together?
I think I showed it to. Yeah, I forced him to watch it.
Yeah, I saw that with Christian, but if it wasn't for him, I never would have saw it.
Damn.
Yeah, and that was in fucking 2021.
And I feel like I must have made you watch The Departed too. That's my favorite. The Departed.
I never
There
saw. What's that shit? I never saw Pulp Fiction until I saw it with Christian.
Oh,
I keep trying to get my boyfriend to watch it with me, and he's been dodging it.
I'm not gonna lie. The only part about Pulp Fiction that is ingrained into my fucking mind.
Wait, can I take a guess?
What?
The gimp suit.
No,
in the basement with Ving
when
Rhames.
he was handcuffed to the pipe getting raped. I was like,
yeah,
that's what he's referring to. Yeah, so it is that.
Well, yeah, it's the same. It's the same area, but I'm like, I think it was because it was the black guy, and I was like,
Ving Rhames with the ball in his mouth. It's Ving Rhames, right? The guy.
Yeah, Ving Rhames. Pretty fucking far from
Arby's
okay.
guy, the fucking Arby's guy. That's wild.
Is he Arby's? Is he the Arby's voice?
He's the
no
glove.
fucking way.
I guess we can say he got the meats. You know what I'm saying?
Oh shit! You think that's why? It's a play on Pulp Fiction, and that's why he's the fucking.
I had no idea that was Ving Rhames this whole time.
Ving Rhames.
It all makes sense now.
I always forget that he's alive, and I'm just glad that he is.
But the Arby's voice, no, it just clicked for me. He is the Arby's voice.
Yeah,
that's wild.
We got the meats.
We have the meats.
Arby's. Yeah. We have the meats.
I feel like when you're here, it just turns into impressions.
I'm cool with that.
This never happens. This has never happened ever.
I don't know what effect I bring. You have to do impressions, but I'm all for it.
I have to get my George Lopez ready next time.
Yeah.
Oh my god. Carmen, I'm not good with impressions. I want to get better though. I want to be like a voice actor, so obviously I'm gonna have to figure it out. I could do old people. Sonny, back in my day, we didn't have the Tic Tac and the Insta book. We used to play outside with sticks and balls. That's my old person.
Is that an old person in particular? Because it'd be more impressive if you could do like Biden. If you could just do his "Hey Jack."
No.
Yeah.
You need to take that.
It's the economy. Yeah. I can't do it. I'm not gonna proclaim.
Oh my god.
I was hoping you guys watched Breaking Bad because I used to do Jesse when it was a big thing, but now
bitch.
Yo, what up, bitch?
Aaron Paul is a fucking marvel.
Yeah, he's a goddamn national treasure. Big ass. He also has a big head.
Big head, really?
Yeah. His forehead's like.
Oh yeah.
God damn. Megamind looking motherfucker.
Yeah, dude.
Excellent.
All right, here's my question. Random question.
All right.
Have either of y'all seen the Disney Pixar movie Inside Out?
Yes.
No,
that's
actually.
My shit. Oh, Marco, you gonna take your son to see the second one?
No, he's 2, so he's a nightmare in movie theaters. I can only imagine. I don't have the patience for it. I'll wait till it goes on streaming.
Yeah, it's gonna be on streaming like a month later anyway.
Yeah.
So
what's his favorite movie so far? We have his favorite game.
His favorite movie? He's just obsessed with Piku Niku right now. Like when I ask him, what do you want to listen to? Oh, Piku Niku soundtrack. I've listened to the soundtrack to the game.
Really?
Yeah. Sometimes I just put the playthrough with no commentary on, and then he just sits there. He goes to town.
That's better than Coleman.
Yeah. Oh, a lot better. A lot better. I don't think he's learning anything, but that stresses me out because he's enjoying himself, but he's not learning. But then again, I watched a lot of Power Rangers growing up.
You see,
it turned out all right.
So you know what Coleman is before I go on.
Coleman.
You're familiar with it? Do you use Coleman at all?
Do I? No.
As a utility in your parenting? Okay.
No, I try not to.
You know what it is, Lorenzo?
No, you know. Remember when you went to your friend's wedding and you came to visit me at that one place?
Cockmelon. Yeah, I remember that.
That was autocomplete.
I don't know what you be looking up, man. You gotta.
Let me get rid of that.
This isn't the right Coleman video.
Coleman.
Or this is the exact Coleman video we were looking for.
Son, oh nah, bruh. Oh no.
But I say that because I guess Gary V is starting to dip his toe into children's content.
Who's
Gary V is a social media get rich quick influencer, like a what do you call it? Motivational speaker type.
Oh.
He has videos of himself like giving meetings or whatever. It's like, you guys just got to stop sleeping.
Yeah, stop sleeping. Cut sleep out. And that's your problem. Shit like that. Now, put that phone down. That's a quote of his, you know.
So the phone thing I get. The sleep thing sounds stupid because, like, that's my number one problem is I don't get sleep. And I was telling somebody earlier, I was like, so if I go to work at 6, I'm waking up 4:45. If I go to work at 8, I'm waking up 6:45. But I stay up all fucking day regardless until midnight minimum. You know what I'm saying? Unless I'm super exhausted and I pass out before then. But the earliest that's gonna be is like 10. You know what I'm saying? So no matter when I wake up, I'm up all fucking day and I don't get enough sleep. And that's why I'm always tired.
Yeah, sleep's important.
I don't know where I was going.
No,
it's much important. And then, like,
thank you.
Yeah.
It's the only word I've understood this entire podcast. Thank you. I appreciate that.
Oh boy.
Oh shit.
Oh man. Well, but, Marco, I know you have to run here. Yep. But thank you. Thank you for joining us.
Thank you again for having me. Congratulations, fellas.
Thank
100
you so much.
episodes.
Thank you.
100 of anything is, a big deal, especially podcasts. So
yeah, it's a marvel that we made it this far with this one. There's been some days.
Because like in 2021, we did like 8, and then we did the 9th one in like August of 2022, and now on, you know what I'm saying, today we're fucking doing the 100th one.
Yeah.
So it's like we fucking really picked up the pace, you know?
Hell yeah. And I look forward to seeing your guys' momentum. You talked about momentum earlier. Excited to see it.
Thank you for the callback.
Yeah.
Good
You
look
might
at
have been fooled by the intro, but I'm actually a professional.
Amen.
Another callback.
I'll take your virginity back. I'll take it for you. Well, hey, maybe not. That's a weird way to put it, but
that's
you know what I mean.
It's not that kind of podcast.
It's not that kind of podcast.
I was like, I don't know.
It's that kind of studio, not that kind of podcast.
It is that kind of studio.
That's after hours. That's after midnight. You know how Comedy Central,
there
like
we go,
at midnight,
this is Nick at Night.
This is
with George Lopez. All right, Marco.
Late at night.
Get out of here, Marco.
Thanks,
Good
guys. I
seeing you.
appreciate
We're gonna stop down. We're gonna take a break. We'll be back.
After this commercial break.
We're back. Oh my gosh, we're back. What a break. I'm wearing a jacket now. I stepped outside for a few minutes, so I got some fresh air. It was baking in here. I was worried about the jacket earlier, but I think I've recovered. Lorenzo's over there doing his thing, eating as usual. I'm sure he'll be asleep soon. But we do have a guest here. We're back with another guest this evening.
Another one. Thank
you, Khaled. Appreciate it. This guy, we go way back to the very beginning of the podcast. Back in the day, back in the time. Our former co-worker and brother in arms, grocery and restaurant arms. Michael Tsang is with us, folks. Michael, give it up.
Yep.
There
What's
he
up?
is.
Yep.
What's up? Exactly.
Thanks for having me.
Of course, anytime. Coming all the way from Fairfax. My goodness. I said, that's not too far. And you go, yeah, it was. Too far. Too far. Well,
I said it was a little too far.
a little too far.
I put it in.
It's okay. You
I
don't ever have
thought
to
you
come
lived
back.
in Woodbridge. And you're like, the address was Stafford. And I said, let me put that in. And I was like, that's an hour.
Yeah. You agreed a little too early to do it.
That's not that bad.
I'm sorry.
No, it's okay.
If it was an hour, I'd have came down there during the break.
Yeah.
All right, Lorenzo, you don't have to make me look bad.
He has a 4-hour commute, Lorenzo. So, I mean, you could be on your way the whole time, like on your phone, talking to us, and then you just get here. That'd be something.
I thought about that, but I was like, it'll be a lot of driving sounds and shit in the background.
Hey, do me a favor though, Lorenzo. Scoot to your right. Scoot to your right. Let me see if that's. Yeah. Keep going. Can you move your? Yeah, there you go. Perfect.
You want like this?
Yeah. It's just where you are right now, you're being blocked. I just want to fix this before we go any further. I'm sure everyone loves
it. Good? Is it good right now?
Move your camera that direction the way you just did. Some more.
Like this?
Yeah, like that.
You want me to move the mic? I can move the mic.
The mic is fine where it is. I want you to get more to your right. Like your body physically in the frame. There you go.
I think
just
I should.
Like that. That's perfect. Yep.
Okay.
Just see what I'm talking about. When we stop down and actually look at the podcast back, and we look back at this part where I devote 2.5 minutes to telling you to scoot over, you'll see why. It'll make sense. Now to carry on with the remainder. I think we're only an hour and a half in of recording. We took a big break to eat and calm down. I think that might have been a mistake. I just know my shit would have started dying at some point. But Michael, what have you been up to? What's been occupying your time ever since our last recording?
Dang. I mean, when the last recording was when I moved up. So now I've been here almost a solid 2 years.
That's what's up.
God damn.
And you're doing well out this way?
No, I definitely hate my job.
Oh, that's good.
So hopefully no one from my job actually watches this.
Well, just know you don't have to talk shit about your job or about them. I find a way to do it about mine every recording, I feel like, but again, I don't advise it. So
I mean, I did that when I was working the restaurant every day. It was a customer and I was like, yeah, I can trust this guy. I'm like, yeah, no, this is awful.
Yeah.
I lied to the customers because we were tip based, so it's like you gotta make the customers feel good, you know, true. And they want to tip more.
Make them feel like they're family, like they know you well enough to pay you more. Well, that almost doesn't work because I don't get anything from my family. I feel like as far as money goes.
I just told them I was like a part of a Make-A-Wish Foundation.
Yeah,
I was like, this is my last day. They let me serve you guys.
There you go. No, I never did think of that. Did talking shit about your job at the restaurant ever backfire? You said, you prefaced it with, I trust this guy, so I'm going to tell him that Sarah sucks. I'm going to tell him that now.
Yeah, no, Sarah was not the one that sucked.
Yeah.
Actually, they sold a business, so I guess I can't talk shit about the management now. It's
I guess we all can in a way.
Yeah.
I guess Lorenzo's the only person who's sort of indebted to them.
Oh shoot! What do you mean? Oh yeah. What a day! What a time!
Yeah, what a time!
Well, weren't you renting out some of their stuff?
That doesn't mean I got anything out of it. They were subletting a room to me in that house with the immigrant couple, Tsang and Tsang.
Your rival.
My rival, yeah. He came in there, he cleaned house, man. He took it all. He didn't leave anything for any of us.
No leftovers in this house, man.
No
Everything
leftovers.
on the plate you gotta eat.
Yep.
Oh my god.
Lorenzo, if you're gonna eat to the other direction. That's all I'm gonna say. Just eat to the no. That's the wrong way. That way, yeah. Lean that way when you eat, because you'll be in the frame. Because what's happening is every time I split it up, every time I show the three of us, you're covering yourself behind Michael. Like it's like you're shy. That's what it looks like. You know what I'm saying? How he's in the middle.
I am shy.
There you go.
I don't want nobody to see me.
Awesome, love it.
What is the philosophy when it comes to food on the plate? You eat all of it, or are you allowed to, complain?
I clean my plate. Yeah, okay. I clean it up. I put it away. I go for seconds, thirds usually. I'm getting fat as fuck. Every time I've stood up with this shiny shirt on, it really does jiggle up and down each and every time I step out of the room, and I say out loud. I said aloud with Marco on his way out. I said, I'm just getting fat as hell. I don't know what's happening. I used to not be like this. We had a nice conversation on his way out where he said he used to be super skinny too when he joined the Marine Corps and when he was leaving the Marine Corps. And I said, oh, funny enough, that's when I was my skinniest, when I got dropped and sent home from basic training. I got rhabdomyolysis, which made me look like a Holocaust survivor, to call back to another discussion point that we were talking about. I can see my rib cage. I was definitely not in a good state, but I looked fine as hell. I looked presentable.
Christian highlights.
Yeah,
I've actually gained like 20 pounds since I moved up here.
Is that good? Is that muscle?
No, it ain't like that. So.
It ain't like that. That's too bad. Well, you still look better than me. I feel like I'm worse for wear. I haven't been to the gym. Don't get me wrong, I've paid for a gym membership for the last 2 years, and I haven't been in the last 8-9 months. So it's just been a free year
Fitness.
For Anytime Fitness.
Yeah. Anything with.
Let me ask you.
Ooh,
yeah.
What month do you want to be in for the L&C calendar?
What? Oh, like if we have a.
We're gonna do a calendar, like a fireman's calendar. Mm-hmm. What month do you want to be?
Who, me?
Yeah, I guess you.
Yeah.
I would take August.
August?
Yeah.
What about you, Christian?
Well, August is my birthday month. Is that why you said it?
That's, yeah.
Okay, yeah.
No, please. I mean,
we can fight to the death for August.
I mean, we could split it. Like I take a sip, you take a sip.
No. I want a gladiator match. I'm talking.
Hopefully you can have August.
No, this is good promotion. We'll have a gladiator match. We'll have a boxing match. We'll rent out an arena, Logan Paul style, and we'll just to the death. You think? That way, there's no dispute after.
I mean, you'll get some views.
We'll get views. That's really the only reason why I would do it. I could care less. I couldn't care less about the calendar, but
you can lie about charity or something on there
but
too.
But we're doing the calendar.
You think so? You think we're doing a calendar?
Mm-hmm.
We don't have enough people to give free shirts away to. What makes you think we need to spend money on more merchandise? Why?
People love calendars.
Yeah, every time there's a break with silence like that in between thoughts, it's because Lorenzo's taking his time to chew up his food, which he is going to town on. What are you eating, by the way? You were doing a mukbang for us earlier. What's that?
Chips and salsa.
Is it a Pringle?
I forgot where my camera is. No, it's Tostitos.
Tostitos, okay.
And salsa.
It's bent like a Pringle, so I was worried you were dipping Pringles in salsa. That would have been a new low for the podcast.
It's like I'm calling 911 immediately.
Yeah, just because I know they'll put you out of your misery.
Yeah, times are tough.
Yeah,
I'm a Lay's type of guy anyway.
You're more Lay's.
Mm-hmm.
Lay's. What kind of Lay's?
Yeah, what's your go-to flavor? He's chewing still. Give him a second.
Salt and vinegar is my favorite, hands down.
Oh yeah,
that's a good one. That's a good choice. I like the dill pickle Lay's.
Mm-hmm. I tried those for the first time last year.
Oh my gosh!
Because they're damn near salt and vinegar. They're so good.
They're so just a little sweeter. Mm-hmm. Sweet. Should have done my vocal warm-ups. Not that I do. I never do that, but I should have this time. It's going to get worse and worse from here, folks. Thank you for joining us, Michael. Thank you, though. Really, you're going to keep it going. We've kind of just been sitting here in stasis, waiting for the next person to show up, and And then we go down the schedule one by one, and people, have to reschedule for one reason or another. But we'll get everybody that we can in at some point tonight. Hopefully we're not up until midnight, heaven forbid. But
yeah, that'd be tough.
Yeah. What else is going on? You seen any good movies lately? Any good media?
No, there are no good movies.
There are no good. I've been hearing good things about Dune.
Not good. What else was out? Oh, they had the new Studio Ghibli film that came out recently.
Did you see that?
No, I haven't gone to the theaters, but I haven't gone to the theaters since Oppenheimer.
I haven't seen that. Was it good?
I really enjoyed it. Mm-hmm. I wouldn't say it was for everybody.
Yeah.
Just because it's not like super action packed. It's more of like this psychological turmoil of the character. It's got two perspectives for the most part of the movie. Mm-hmm. So it's got Robert Downey Jr.'s part, and then it's got Cillian Murphy's.
I heard Robert Downey Jr.'s part doesn't come in until like way, way, way late in the movie, though. Like he's only in it for maybe like 4 or 5 speaking parts.
It's not that he gets like 50% of the film, but it does kind of portray like a second perspective.
I see.
So in the beginning, you'll see him, and at some other points you will, and then at the end, it'll kind of pretty much take you back.
Yeah.
So it starts with Robert Downey Jr. and it'll end with Robert Downey Jr.
I understand. I see.
Mm-hmm. I mean, he got some awards for that.
Yeah, he just won the Best Supporting Actor. Real quick, you guys take over and talk about it. That means no more snacky time, Lorenzo, please. You guys talk. I'm going to let our next guest in. He's going to sit somewhere over here. I'm not sure how that'll work, but you guys keep it moving.
What about you, Lorenzo? How's the comedy business?
I'm doing pretty good. I'm getting paid shows and shit.
Oh, really?
Hell yeah. Look, son, I don't even know. I never thought I'd end up doing comedy, but I'm fucking with it. I like it. I got a nice little community here,
Yeah.
We all be kicking it and shit.
So you getting paid for this now?
Not every show, but I've done 2 paid shows so far.
And what is it, like $100 for the night?
It's something like that.
Okay, that's pretty decent though.
I know, and soon the price will raise, and I'll start doing other shits and traveling. My problem is I only perform at my one venue currently. Okay. I don't branch out and do other open mics and shit. But I'll be busy and shit. I'll be doing a lot.
So you have to go other places to start getting paid, or
it helps to spread your name around, because if other people see you in person, they're like, oh yeah, I know that guy. I've seen him. He's great. But since I'm only staying at my one place, only the people that know me, and the people that visit will then see me.
Yeah.
So it helps.
Okay.
But then we get a lot of shows booked over there. And since I work at the place, I'm always at the shows. And then I talk to some of the comics and shit there from Jersey and Philly and Baltimore and shit. And then
wow, really the prime cities of America. So
exactly.
Yeah.
And then and then we're at a little spot in Delaware, so I hand them out the cards. I'm like, hey, we got the little podcast. A few people said they'd hop on, or just one dude, he used to write for SNL. We got him scheduled for the 24th so far, so hell yeah.
That'd be kind of dope, an SNL writer.
Yeah, bro. I'm expecting good shit from this. I feel like my elevator pitch must be pretty decent.
Okay. You had some good bits, or do you cycle through some of your material a lot?
So the problem is every time I go to an open mic, I do completely different jokes. But I've been starting to repeat some to polish them. So I need an actual routine, but I know.
Give me that black shirt. I don't mean to interrupt your flow. We gotta expand the space.
Hey.
This is so ghetto. This is gonna be. I don't know how this is going to turn out.
I love it. This is
what I miss.
We were just talking about him staying at the venue.
Yeah.
Making that stacks.
Stacks on stacks.
Stackaroonies.
Stackaroonies.
Stacks on stacks on stacks.
And what's the comedy business like for you, Christian?
It is fun. It is great. All is well. I just got on a show in Richmond this Thursday. We're recording this Tuesday, March 12th.
Okay.
That is Thursday, March 14th. So very excited. I've never been down there. Well, I guess I've seen a show at the Funny Bone in Richmond, but the thing I'm going up on won't be there. It'll be somewhere else that I've never been to. But looks fun.
Should I cancel our Thursday shows?
What shows?
We're gonna record on Thursday. We're gonna do 2.
We're gonna do 2 on Thursday. Yeah, cancel those. I'm glad that we sorted that out. Yeah, no.
What's up, man?
I'd much rather get paid.
Michael.
Jenner.
There we go. We have entering the studio here. Jenner Coker, please have a seat.
Hey,
Jenner, everyone.
What's up?
Wow.
Jay Mizzle.
I think next time we have someone walk in, I'll just stop down and then I'll do a we'll be right back type thing, so I don't have to just abruptly get up. What's going on, Jenner?
That, yeah.
Not much. Just passed out for a second after work and.
Oh yeah. Yeah, you can have that.
Okay, I'll do that.
That's you.
All right.
Go for it. I don't know how much give there is. Perfect.
That's about it.
That's about it. Get up nice and close. Go ahead and straddle that thing if you would.
All right.
Hell yeah. It's not gay. Wow, I'm glad you got to nap. That's amazing. I haven't. I'm jealous.
Yeah. It's nice every now and then.
Yeah, Michael here. We he's been on the podcast in its earliest stages. So Lorenzo and I worked at a grocery store and a restaurant. It was like a combo in Blacksburg, Virginia. That's where Virginia Tech is. I don't know if you're familiar. Okay, yeah. So we worked out there together, and I did the podcast with Lorenzo out of the bedroom that was being sublet to me by the owners of the grocery store restaurant.
Least they could do, you know.
Least they could do. But they brought me all the way out there for a grocery store that turned into nothing. It's fine. I'm not going to trash them. But Michael was asking how comedy's going. Well, Jenner is somebody I met through comedy. He's a comedian. I should know this by now, but where you're coming from, Dulles? Right? Or,
yeah.
Okay,
so like Loudoun County,
Reston.
Okay, gotcha.
I'm from Fairfax, so.
Okay, yeah, it's the same area.
Yeah. Awesome. So it was a long drive, right?
Yeah, I think it's like an hour 30 15 to get here or something like that.
I'm so sorry. Yeah. You know, you guys didn't have to come through here for this.
Oh man,
yeah, I
gotta show up.
No, you're more than welcome to, and you're always welcome back. You can do it over Discord. So this is a PSA to anybody who wants to be a guest in the future. Just come through on Discord. Hey, no harm, no foul.
He said I gotta fucking do all this shit in my goddamn room.
Yeah.
Look, if I was closer, I'd have fucking came through though. That's the shit.
You think so?
I would have.
Honestly, the fact that you couldn't even make it shows you're not dedicated. A 4-hour drive, that's easy shit. I mean, that's same distance to Blacksburg, so.
I worked today. I got off at 2:30 and we started.
And you're still not here, bro. It's 7:15. It's 7:45. You could have been here.
Maybe able to get here by the end.
No, that is true. You do have to answer for that. Why haven't you even made an effort? Really?
If I drive now, it's going to be over by the time I get there.
What if I said I'd make an exception? Right. What if I said we'd keep it going just for you in the spirit of the podcast? I've had streams longer than what we aim to do today, so I mean, why not?
Bro, imagine driving 4 hours here, podcast ends, and Tark's like, Lorenzo's like, oh man, I sure am tired. I just lays down in the bed, and Christian's like, listen, man, you can't stay here.
Yeah, you do have to leave.
4 hours back.
You need to go immediately.
Oh my God.
Not even gonna offer the couch.
Not the couch. Nothing.
Not even the porch, bro.
The porch.
Yo.
There's a term for that.
Don't sleep in your car in the parking lot. Get the fuck out. Go home.
Jenner, what do you have going on this week, next week? Anything fun?
Man, no. I usually don't plan further than like a day or two ahead. Mm-hmm. I don't know. I feel like if I do, I just like forget about it.
Okay.
So you just like walk on stage and you're like, I'm not even supposed to be here. Let's get started.
Well, like, do you do comedy? Okay. No. Yeah. So like a lot of these mics, you gotta like sign up a week beforehand, and like half the time I forget to sign up. So I'll just show up and just enjoy the show. But yeah.
You just go up and you're like, you got anyone that's missing? Oh, that's me. And then you just walk on.
Yeah. That doesn't happen too often.
It works sometimes though. That's called a walk-in when that happens. And yeah, if there are any walk-in spots available, I usually send a message out to people, be like, hey, do you want to come through tonight? We have openings. But no, you're not signed up for anything this week? You're just kind of checking?
Let's see. Actually, tomorrow I'm going to Wayne's Riff Mic.
Oh, nice.
And that's all I got planned.
Yeah. That's good.
Yeah, I haven't been to Broken Mic in a while, so I think I may try going to that.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I was gonna.
Jenner.
Yeah.
Jenner, have you been to Dream Big Venues?
No.
Yes.
It's a nice little spot. You gotta look it up, man. It's definitely a booming spot.
I feel like it's in a 4-hour drive kind of open mic.
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah.
Sometimes open mics they work for 4 hours. I've done plenty of long drives for an open mic just to drive back home.
I can respect that.
I've done it.
Now, what Lorenzo did, I like to call is what I like to call a sneak plug. He just kind of thought nobody would notice. He tried to do it organically. I just want to say this. Try that again and you're out. Anybody. That goes for anybody. If you try to sneak in some sort of plug or advertisement, just be honest with us and with our audience. Our audience is smarter than that.
Bro, you know what else is honest? NordVPN.
NordVPN is honest.
Yeah, I've been playing a lot of Age of Empires lately.
Yo, what's that? League Shadow Legends?
Yeah, that's what I was thinking.
That's forever. My favorite game. I'm not even gonna go there. I've been addicted to Raid Shadow Legends.
It sounds
Best
like an
Fiends. Best Fiends is another one. No, I Dream Big. Have you been to Maryland for anything yet at all?
Like I've gone skiing. That's what I've been doing most weekends.
I meant wise, but okay. You've only been to Maryland for skiing. Wow.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
Or maybe I don't know. I feel like a lot of mics are in Maryland, DC. I don't know. I feel like there's a lot of state crossing in that little area.
Yeah. So this place Lorenzo's talking about, Dream Big, is sort of Maryland meets Delaware. It's right along the.
Oh, it's the other side.
Yeah. So, and that's where Lorenzo's posted up at. He's in Salisbury, which is riding the Delaware line, like the steak.
Okay, man.
Yeah, it's spelled like the steak. I don't know. There's no relation, I don't think. Right.
I never knew what Salisbury steak was until I was 17. I left home. And I was telling people, I'm from Salisbury, and they're like the steak, and I'm like, what the fuck are you talking about? What do you mean? And so I look it up and I'm like, what the fuck? What the Salisbury steak? What the fuck is this shit?
Yeah.
You know?
I only know it from like school lunches.
Oh yeah.
It's that 10 out of 10 quality.
Yeah, I think it was like a Michelle Obama special.
That's crazy because Barack Obama's special was like a drone coming in to your window and you're gone.
That's what cooks the steak.
Hey, that DoorDash right there.
What inspired Uber Eats?
Let's take a look here.
Oh shit, bro.
Yeah, I was actually at the Udvar Hazy Museum, and like that.
The airplane one. Yeah, that's like 10 minutes. I love that place.
It's my favorite museum. I hate going to museums growing up and even now, but I went there one time. I was like, wow, this is it. And I remember seeing like the drone that Obama would use during his presidency, and I was like, wow.
What
America.
museum is this?
What'd you say?
What is it again?
It serves fries with freedom.
Yeah, it's UDVAR Hazy Aerospace Museum. It's got the plane that dropped one of the atomic bombs.
Yeah, I forgot the name of it.
Enola Gay.
Yeah.
Imagine.
I thought it was cool how they had like the World War II section was separated between like the British planes, and then they had the Nazi planes, and then Japanese America planes, and it was like some of these planes are like
Japanese planes. They all crashed.
They did, and it was kind of wild because they'd be like, this plane right here, sole job was to get dropped out of a plane. And the pilot just glides it into
I know
whatever ship.
Yeah, they have some that are like, there was a Japanese World War II plane, and it's 1 out of 3 that are still kind of around. And there's like a whole restoration hangar, and there was a kamikaze plane in that they were trying to rebuild. So there's some really cool stuff.
Is this in Dulles? Is this just?
Yeah.
Okay, I've been here. You're calling it this other thing I've never heard of, Udvar.
That's what it says.
That's what it's called. I don't know who that is.
Yeah,
but
me neither. This person has always just been the Dulles Air and Space Museum for me.
There's only one Air and Space Museum, right?
There's two.
There's the Smithsonian on the mall, right? And then there's this one, but this one that we're looking at is the better one that people should go to.
Yeah.
If you're ever like making a decision, if you're in DC, you're gonna go to the DC one. But this is the more immersive, better one with like way more to look at.
Planes, right?
Well, so the one on the mall is like really, I don't know. It's more like a walkthrough, exhibit by exhibit type thing where you're reading more and you're not looking at planes.
Yeah, it's more like a regular museum. This one's just like,
been to that one.
I got a bunch of shit laying around.
Yeah.
Come look at it.
Yeah, it's more of a
warehouse.
physical collection.
Exactly.
It's kind of cool. I would say if you had time, I would come out because, I mean, it's $15
for parking.
Yeah.
The other one, I went to the other one looking for that one, and I thought the other one was cool, but yeah,
it was definitely more touristy, you know.
Yeah, like if I had kids, I think kids would do better at that one than over here. But
we're gonna pick a day where all 4 of us go, and we're gonna decide on it right now so that anyone else that wants to join us can meet us there. So when are we gonna go?
That's a good idea because ordinarily when people do this on their podcasts, they get swarmed, and it's just a nightmare. But there's like a non-zero chance that doesn't happen to us, and that we'll be fine and we'll be able to enjoy our trip. So as much as I love scheduling things on air, I actually think it'll be the same either way. You think if we just do it normally?
Oh, it's your birthday. We could do it for your birthday.
For my birthday? So are we both in August? Is that okay? Mine is the 14th.
Mine's the 8th.
8th. Okay, that's cool. My cousin's is on the 21st, so maybe we just do an August birthday bash episode.
Yo, I had this coworker telling me that she was gonna go to a birthday party for one of her family members, and they're all Afghani. So they were planning it for like the weekend, and she was like, "Oh man, it's gonna be beautiful. My son loves planes, and he but all the decorations are for summertime, so it's like red, white, and blue." And then I was like, "Yo, when's the birthday?" And she's like, "It's on September 11th." And I was like, "Wow, your timing is just absolutely awful."
Yeah.
That sucks that he likes planes, because that's kind of like, bro, like, what is everybody in the neighborhood gonna say? Like, you just see like On September 11th, just this Middle Eastern family getting like planes, red, white, and blue, cake and everything. It's like,
his name isn't Udvar Hazy by chance, is it?
No.
That's some strange coincidence.
Bruh, no.
Okay.
So you know how some licenses they're like it's a fucking month and then day and then no. It's day and then month and then year for some licenses.
Yeah.
So my friend's Omani, and that's how his shit looks. So his birthday's November 9th.
Hold on,
but
wait,
it
we gotta
looks
stop
like
down. What's going on?
I say, hey, you recording?
Yeah, we're recording.
Okay. If I close this laundry door, will you still be able to hear?
We can hear everything right now. We're having a conversation together.
No, I'm saying if I close the laundry door while it's going, is that gonna be?
No, we can hear you right now. You're on the recording. You're on the, say hi to Reginald Williams, everybody.
Hey, how are you?
How are you? Yeah. So either way, it's gonna come through either way.
Okay, I won't do it.
You want to? But come in here. No, for real. Come in here.
I really don't want to.
You don't want to?
No.
You don't have to, but you should.
Why?
You should. Come on in. You've never been on the podcast
here.
before. This is Reggie, everybody. In all seriousness, this is Reggie. If you ever hear me mention him, what's going on? We live together. We work together. He and my mom are together. I don't know how else to put this. Yeah, but it's just a full house. You don't have to stay though. You can leave whenever you want. What's the topic? We were talking about the Air and Space Museum. I actually want to pivot, if you don't mind, Lorenzo, because you were talking about some boring license.
Oh
shit.
my fucking god!
I just want to pivot. Jamie, we had Jamie Mack in here earlier, and she had an excellent. She had an excellent topic. Oh, you don't need to give him your headphones, Jenner. What are you doing? Come on, he's just a guest to our experience here. But no, the question she posed was, "What was your most memorable sort of national tragedy that comes to mind other than 9/11? Do you guys have one that comes to mind? Well, for her it was some obscure Philadelphia thing where a bunch of people got blown up. They were in a cult or something. What happened? Like, was it a school shooting for you, Michael?
Yeah, there was one in Blacksburg.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
See, it's a good question. I'm just gonna start asking it now.
Yeah, so Virginia Tech had like a mass shooting while I was a kid. So when I was going to school, they're like, "Remember that this happened," and I'm like, "Okay, yeah, no problem." But they were like but there's people that were my age that were going into school, and you talk about, and they're like, "I'm getting triggered and I'm getting emotional." I'm like, "You weren't there. We were like 8 or 6. It's gonna be okay."
Bruh, oh my fucking god, bro!
I like that as an icebreaker.
Yeah, like that too.
Like big group of people never met each other. It's like, okay, what's your first name and your favorite national tragedy?
Have a therapy session.
Can't be 9/11. That was
9/11.
Because the thing was, that's what everyone thought of, except for her, because she was pre 9/11.
Yeah, I don't remember. I was like 2.
Yeah, 2. Yeah, because you're 26 then.
Yeah.
But yeah, so I'm 24 now. I don't know how old I was, but it was definitely.
Is this?
I think the thing too is
you
like
asked this question. Is this only things that are like violence related, like people?
Yeah.
Okay,
I mean, it could be like Prince dying. I mean, that's a national tragedy. So.
But it was more like she posted more like, what kind of woke you up to the world is dangerous and like people can die from like crazy stuff like that, you know? What was it for you? Was it like the Unabomber or Reggie?
Well, I'm the oldest one in here, so it's like
Pearl Harbor.
Well, that was Jamie's. Funny enough, actually, it was Philadelphia and Pearl Harbor.
So since I can't use 9/11, I remember.
Aren't you glad you came in though? Seriously.
Is DC Sniper taken?
Yeah, no, that's a good one. No, it wasn't. That's a good one. My dad thinks about that one a lot. I think that lives in his head rent free because I think a lot of people were really scared of that, and it was a big thing on the news of everybody hunker down, don't leave your house, don't just don't move while this active shooter was driving around, and then it would turn out it was a dad and his son in like a station wagon, right?
Right.
One of my favorite restaurants, I should say my favorite restaurant of all time, is in the same parking lot of the Home Depot that was a big focal point of the shootings. Yeah.
What's the restaurant? Can you give a shout out?
It's called, it used to be called Bangkok Golden when that happened, but now it's called Padek. It's the same ownership, same restaurant.
But the golden days are over.
The golden days are over, yeah. No one's getting shot anymore in proximity to it, so it's not on the news cycle. But no, I mean, that's a good one, yeah. DC Sniper. Does Columbine ever come? No one mentioned any, like, real school shit. Not that yours was, but I mean, nobody did anything.
I need authenticity.
Yeah. Man,
who was the Texas shooter? Wasn't there like a sniper in Texas?
Thank you, Reggie. Thank you.
See ya.
Part time.
Texas, like Sandy Hook.
Shoot,
No,
Sandy
it was like
Hook. I think is like
Massachusetts. It might have been a DC sniper.
I know there's been like 2 Fort Hood shootings. There's been the Dallas shooting. Somewhat recently, the Dallas shooting, like where they got guy was like targeting police officers. Do you know which one I'm talking about?
That might have been that.
Yeah,
I was rooting for him.
Yeah, my dad, he wasn't able to go home from work.
All right, Lorenzo.
Wait, what?
Was that
like he was like I was rooting for him.
Oh yeah.
Is that one?
Get him.
Is that one like the schizophrenic black dude though?
I don't know. So I know it was. Yeah, it was like during like a Black Lives Matter rally, and it just got out of hand, and then
well, that's different.
And then the guy was bunkered down, and that's where they like blew him up with like a robot. That's kind of the gist of that. But that was pretty wild because there was like live footage of like, the helicopter following the shooter around. And
we're gonna stop down real quick though, just real quick, and then we'll be right back. This is a mess. Oh, we're back. Sorry to have to stop down again for a second, but we had another guest, and I think another person's on their way. I'm not sure how we're gonna fit him in here because he's huge. He's obese, but we will find a way. But we do have joining us now, in addition to Jenner and Michael, we have CJ Coleman is back. Oh, we have real applause in the house. Oh, yeah. Real applause.
So we don't need the soundboard anymore.
I know. This is crazy. Wow. So we got 5 people on the screen. This is wild.
Oh, word? Hell yeah.
Hell yeah. Oh, you only see them. That's right. On Discord.
No.
Yeah. Awesome.
It's
CJ.
Okay. When I watch it, I'll see them all.
CJ, we had a question for you. What was sort of your hallmark national tragedy that you remember as a kid? Like
other than 9/11.
Other than 9/11.
People had to die though, is the thing.
Damn. There've been so many.
Well, name one.
Dude, I think the Sandy Hook shooting was like the next biggest one. Tell me why I'm wrong.
No, I think there are no wrong answers.
I'll tell you why you don't care about children.
Even if it was like George Floyd for you, I don't know. It's that would have been a little too recent, but no, yeah, we were talking to somebody earlier who posed that question because for them it wasn't 9/11 because they had something that occurred before that really stood out to them. But for everyone else, I think it was 9/11. So I'm curious to know what's everyone's like secret 9/11 that they're harboring.
The secret 9/11?
Yeah.
You said national tragedy.
Well, it still is, but like it's not center stage because
dude,
we're not
I still remember the Alamo.
So, really? Oh, good for you. That's lovely. Yeah. Well, that's kind of funny because what I said was the Holocaust for me. Not that I remember it happening, which people made that remark. I was there. No, I wasn't.
He was an Air Frank's panic.
I was Anne Frank in another life.
But like, do you remember finding out about the Holocaust?
So that's what it was. It was like, I remember finding out, and that's kind of what tipped me over the edge of like, holy fuck, like, this is a fucked up world. People are fucking evil. That dude, that mustache is evil. Yeah. There's evil built into that. Like, like there's something about giving your kid a bowl cut and they grow up to be a school shooter or like fucked in the head. Like, don't give your kid that mustache because they will genocide a whole group of people. They will.
That is true. They
take it out.
So.
Yeah, I mean, I feel like if a kid can grow a mustache, then there's something already.
You think so? Hormonally?
Yeah.
I don't know. They either shoot up a school or become a software engineer.
Yeah. On the money.
Yeah.
Those are always the ones.
Hey, I went to engineering school and I have a joke about how it's like school shooter rehab. Like,
oh, no. Do you want to tell the joke? Shit.
That's kind of it. I haven't thought it out that much, but no. The school I went to was Milwaukee School of Engineering, and so it was like a crazy like guy to girl ratio, and just like Dungeon and Dragon nerd types just littered the school.
I know exactly what you're talking about.
And like one of my good friends' roommates, he was the type of guy that would shower once a week.
Oh wow.
He would have I call it like a SpongeBob wardrobe, where he only wore jeans and a plain white shirt. And you know how in SpongeBob where like he'd like take his outfit off, put it on the hanger, and put it back in the closet?
Yeah.
Oh, yo.
He would do that.
I bet that man saves a lot of money on the water bill, though. I mean,
yeah.
Hey, yo, can I move this a little bit? This is like.
Go for it. Yeah.
All right.
Shut out of the way. My bad. I didn't factor in how many people. That's funny. Former guest, friend of the show, Ben Quinn, is just like that. He used to have a wardrobe, we called it.
Oh my god.
It was like the same outfit. It would be a hoodie and jeans, and then when it was too hot, because he's a big boy, it was just that. It was a white t-shirt and jeans. So yeah, no. I try to mix it up, wear something a little different. This is new. I've never worn this shirt. I regret it. It's incredibly hot in here, but no, you wouldn't catch me dead wearing the same thing twice. I feel like 2 days in a row. That's a no-no for me.
I'm gonna be real. So
I'm
hear
guilty.
me out, right? Let's say I'm home chilling. I gotta run to the store real quick. I forgot a dinner ingredient.
Yeah.
So I'm wearing this shit for like maybe 20 minutes. I might wear it the next day. I mean,
it depends on the article of clothing, and it also depends on the duration it's already been worn. Because, I mean, if you're like a gardener and you haven't, washed your jeans in about 7 days, and you're like,
I'm with you there, though, Lorenzo. Like 20 minutes. The outfit's 1 day old.
But if it's not 1 day old, when is it black and when's it white?
I would say it depends on how, like, have you worn that outfit 3 days in a row?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. You're like 1 day, 3 days.
Well, 3 days is just like you should shower. Like, you need to seek mental help.
Yeah,
but
some people like sun.
Well, some people don't like that. They're once of a week kind of guy.
Nah, I shower every day.
But like when he takes a shower once a week, do you think it's like an enjoyed process? Like, how some people, they do things on a daily basis and it's not that fun. But for him, it's like, finally, it's shower day.
I think all of his friends did him a disservice by not saying how fucking smelly he was.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Hashtag bring back bullying.
That actually brings me to another point. I did a show recently. Oh my gosh, it was on last Friday, where I don't know where I bought the pants I would wear that night. I bought them in the clearance section of Target. I found jeans that fit me, which is rare to find jeans that fit me to begin with, but that I found some at a discount was I have to buy these immediately, And so I did, but in the same clearance section, since I was saving money, I figured I'd buy something else. I saw this hat that spoke to me. I was going to grab it. It's not there. This big giant, like not fedora. It's like a big brimmed fedora dress hat looking thing. It was only like $7 or $8, so I bought it too. And then when I was putting my outfit together for Friday, because I'm a gay man, that's what you have to do. You have to do it all in advance and plan it out. Every day of the week I have a different. But I put a gray jacket on, and it matched the hat. I think it's over there. Yeah, that hat right there by the stupid ass Abe Lincoln. And I figured, oh, this actually looks good with the gray blazer I picked out. I might try it out. So I put the hat on that night, and I went out to the venue with it, and it was just me and my boyfriend, and he goes, oh, you're wearing that? Well, that looks good. I go, okay, great, awesome. And then when I get to the venue, I'm just getting looks up and down, like, what the fuck are you wearing, basically, from me, without, in so many words, without anybody saying, I'm wearing that. Again, it's atrocious.
Like Boyd thinks
God
he's
damn.
Pharrell Williams.
Pretty much. Like I was cosplaying as Pharrell, except I looked like a tugboat captain or some sort of like Steamboat Willie-esque character. And I didn't realize it until I kept getting looked at. Funny, I mentioned it on stage, and I got a laugh, but the laugh was a little too hard, so I knew I knew that it didn't look good. And then I watched the video back, and it was just horrible to look at. In the mirror, it was different. I had it like tilted down. It looked presentable, but I guess when I was on stage, I lifted it up so I wouldn't have a shadow on my fucking face from like the bright lights, and the way I had it up, it looked awful. So, but my point being, I feel like I have to break up with my boyfriend for lying to my face like that. You think? Does that? Because he sent me out there to the wolves. He let me loose to be killed in the streets, right? To be ripped to shreds.
He probably didn't think you were gonna wear the hat in such a stupid way.
In a stupid way. It was before I had it on right. Yeah, that's maybe. But I went out there and it fucking sucked. And nobody fucking warned me that like I was wearing it wrong.
They thought it was part of the bit, probably. They were like, hey, yo, you going like that? Yeah.
They probably expected a magic trick.
Yeah.
Card
got
trick.
fucking dubs under it or some shit.
My fucking God, man, it looked terrible.
Maybe he thought he was like pulling the girlfriend trap on you, like, oh, does these jeans make my waist look too big or something like that?
Maybe look bad.
Yeah.
You gotta tell him yes. You gotta be real with him.
Just be real with me.
You done ate too many cakes and you know it. So
come clean. Fucking don't spare me, because they're not going to. The audience didn't, and they weren't laughing for a while either until I brought it up. It was really scary. It's the hat, isn't it?
I mean, even the audience didn't want to say anything at that point. They're like, oh.
I think what I ended up saying was like, I've started asking audiences how old they think I am, because usually the answers shock me. It's always like 34 or like 37, and I'm 24 years old, so it's like it hurts every time. But so I started asking.
Wow.
You've
got enough black in you that you shouldn't be, you know what I'm saying?
Apparently not. Apparently I've got enough white in me to cancel that right the fuck out. It's sad.
He's not receiving all the benefits.
I can tell you just what benefits I missed out on, really. There's one in particular that it's not good. It's not what I would like it to be. Can I? But I asked them how old they think I am. The answers come, the poll results come in, and the average is like 33, 34. I'm like, what is fucking going on? Like, what is it? I said, last week it was the beard. I shaved for you guys. And they go, it's the hat. And I'm like, okay, so it's either the hat or the beard. I can't.
You know what's wild?
Yeah.
Guess how old people guess that I am?
Like, shut the fuck up. I don't even want to know. With all that facial hair and everything, I'm sure it's some fucking offensive shit. Like 22.
You just asked us if the jeans makes your hip look big right there.
No. He's asking if it makes his hips look small. He's asking for a compliment. Fuck you, man. Is it really like 21, 22? People think
No, you were spot on. It's 22.
Oh my
People
God.
are like 22.
What I would give
like,
just 1 year younger than I am, please. Okay. A year younger?
10? How old I am?
Oh.
Yeah.
And that's 5 years younger than you. Fuck you, man. You suck.
Yeah, bro, that's wild. Yeah.
I don't know why you're complaining. I lost my hair at 21. Fuck you, dude. Like, your problems don't matter.
Yeah. My dick is still pretty small, though. I want to reiterate. We have that.
I'm not gonna whip it out.
I'm just trying to find common ground. That's all. I want to make you feel comfortable.
Christians had a fair amount of stalkers. You don't get stalkers
That's true.
unless you're really slanging something.
True.
You know what I'm saying? So don't believe his lies.
I work
Christians
with every
packing more
inch.
meat.
I put every inch to use.
3 inches is hell at 90 miles.
Oh man! Welcome to the Joe Rogan Experience, folks. We're about to hotbox in here. Not that it could get hotter, but
Oh, really? That's cool.
no, we're not going to do that. I thought you were sober, CJ. What happened to that? That went out the window.
No, I don't drink. I'll smoke weed.
You do everything.
I'm not a nerd.
Oh my god.
Yeah, the dweeb.
There's a difference, bruh.
I'm still on probation. I can't do anything. I'm on probation.
I feel you. I was right there. Two of y'all know I was right there for the longest, you know. I feel you, you know.
Yeah. Not that I'm missing anything, because I didn't really smoke before that. I drank a little bit. I didn't drink like that hard. I made it look fun when I did, but it wasn't crazy. So this has been nice. The sobriety for, I guess it's been 3-4 months now, has been it's been nice. Like, I know I was complaining I don't go to the gym anymore, but I feel like I could. I feel like I have a choice now. Before it was like, it's not happening. Yeah.
Once your tolerance goes back down though, and like if you do decide to drink after all of it, you know, just like a little hangout celebration party or some shit, then like that's because a low tolerance saves money. You know what I'm saying?
It does. Yeah. Especially in DC. When I go to these fucking shows in DC and these mics with the 1 drink minimum, whatever, I'll be damned if I wasn't already getting like club soda or Coke or whatever the fuck, Coca-Cola. CJ, please calm down. Coca-Cola, and but I mean, just to get a fucking cocktail in DC is what, like $14 sometimes.
I hate the 1 drink minimum. I never know what to do with it. Like, I just buy a Red Bull.
Yeah, but seriously, you're doing the right thing. Like, we're not looking at you sideways when you get like the cheapest fucking thing possible. Get that.
Oh, hell yeah.
Just get something.
Dude, Red Bulls are like $8 there. It's fucking crazy.
Well, get the next thing down. Get creative, you know.
Like a side of ranch or something. It's like, take it like a shot.
There you go. You get your ranch shot and enjoy it.
I got pulled over one day, and the cop was like, where are you going? And I was like, I'm going to my grandma's house. I gotta get some Coke and go to my grandma's house. And I was like, Coca-Cola. Hey, y'all, you know what I'm saying? Because like,
source them out.
Yes, sir. So I'm gonna have to put my knee on your neck now.
Put your hands up.
Put your neck on the ground.
We can either do this the easy way or the.
Jeez. But I feel like those cancel each other out. That I'm bringing Coke to my grandma's house. I mean, what else could it be? Is grandma getting that turn? Is my question.
Hey son, look, boy, I don't know what he might be thinking.
Are they that eager to believe that they can kill you in that moment that they're willing to accept the fact that your grandma's getting lit on Coke?
Boy, because I was like, look, his ass was supposed to be like, so what exactly is that address? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, he said he's taking Coke to his grandma.
Yeah, call out your grandma.
Yeah. Oh man.
Yeah, I remember one time I got pulled over. It was like up in the UP, Michigan, and we were getting back from like a little church event, and after college, so I had all my dorm stuff in my car, and I got pulled over, and the cop was like, "Oh, what are you doing?" And I said, "Oh, I'm coming back from a church event," and he like didn't like that answer at all. So he's like, why do you have so much stuff in the back of your car?
Yeah.
And I'm like, I'm college.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then he's like, well, now you look nervous.
Are you a Youper?
What?
Are you from the UP?
No, I'm from Dallas, but I went to school.
That explains it.
What?
That explains the accent. I'm real.
You were confused?
I was confused when he said I was in the UP, and then I was like, what the fuck?
Yeah, no, I went to school in Milwaukee.
Oh, okay.
So that's like the little retreat. It's like a 6-hour drive from there. So.
Is that in Wisconsin?
Yeah, Milwaukee's in Wisconsin. It's really close to Chicago, like 2 hours north.
Chi-town. I knew this girl from there. Very interesting person.
Milwaukee?
That's yeah. I think that's the capital, right?
No, Madison is.
Oh shit! I don't fucking know.
Milwaukee's where
we took a
Jeffrey
geography
Dahmer
tangent.
lived.
This is fun.
The what?
So I'm glad we took
gotta
a geography tangent.
Gotta
Just to learn
cover
about this.
every area.
You gotta cover every area?
Yeah.
Okay.
We need to do a fucking a biology part, and someone has to show their genitalia.
No.
All right. Then.
Vetoed. Done. This isn't a democracy. I want to
Trying to upload shit to Pornhub.
Promise you'll like Photoshop.
The views.
Oh my gosh.
I'm trying to put us on OnlyFans. You know.
Yeah.
Speaking of that, subscribe to my OnlyFans.
Oh, do you have one?
It's just me yelling at pedestrians.
Oh, good.
Yeah.
Who does that? Christian? What? Like Alex Jones does it or something? You're like, you're not a what's the shit? You're not a real person or some shit.
You're not a real human.
You're not an intellectual. Who does that?
Oh, Alex Jones.
Yeah. I don't know. Christian's the one that told me about it.
The frogs gay.
Yeah, he's like, you're a coward. You're not an intellectual.
Man, you're on one right now. I gotta tell you.
Who, me?
But isn't the geography lessons? It's who said that thing? What?
You didn't answer. You were supposed to take it away. I didn't know.
I don't remember. I think it's Alex Jones.
You're the one that told me about it. It was years ago.
Apparently he owes a lot. He owes a lot of money now. He got sued because he said some stuff about Sandy Hook.
Yeah.
Now he's in debt.
Yeah.
billion dollar settlement. I'm gonna say multi-billion.
Goddamn.
Yeah.
That's what happens when you let Kanye on your show. Starts to go shit.
That's such a funny video too, because Alex Jones is like not
with it.
Not with it at all, and he usually doesn't shy away from that stuff. He'll go in on the parents, on like the families, and then okay, there's all these lawsuits coming. There's this big fucking settlement lingering, and he's kind of got to back off of it. And then Kanye, nope, he's in there with, I think he's got like a mask on.
Yeah, you can't even see his face.
He's got props.
Oh my God.
He's like talking about the Jews, and Alex Jones is like.
Mm-hmm.
Well,
that's surprising, bro. Yo,
I liked, how he brought in the other guy.
The white kid.
He knows how to debate. So like whenever Kanye would go on the rant, and like Alex Jones, like, what the fuck did he just say? He'd be like, well, what Kanye meant was blah 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 blah.
Nick Fuentes was his
They brought a Kanye
translator. Exactly.
fucking.
Oh boy, I'm getting another call. Oh shit, I think Carlton's here too.
That's quite a rant though, if you can get Alex Jones to be like, whoa, what?
Well, hold on a minute.
I might have to go down and let him in. Hey, hello? Yes, sir. Come on in. I'll be down in a minute. Yes, sir. Oh, Jesus Christ. This is going to be fun. Is anybody leaving? Okay.
Got you, bro.
You're going to head out?
I'm done.
Yes, sir.
He said, I got you, bro.
We'll stop there. We'll take a break. We'll be right back. And we're back. Oh, wow. Another swap out. Michael had to go, so we said goodbye to Michael, but in his stead, here, I'm so happy to have this guy back, man. His episode is fucking hilarious. It's always a pleasure to see him. Mr. Carleton Murrell is in the building, back in studio bedroom. There he is. Wow.
Well, welcome back.
You get a clap and the soundtrack.
And we have an audience here too. My God. Oh, we are in this bad boy like some Diddy allegations. Yes, it is good to be here.
Yeah.
Once again, 100 podcast episodes for you, huh, sir?
Yeah.
That's awesome for you.
Yes, I don't know how to feel about it, honestly, because this has just always sort of flown under the radar, meaning no one's ever seen or watched it or cared about it. I barely care about it. So you'd figure if anybody would, if it stood a chance of getting anyone's attention, it'd be mine, but it hasn't. But we're still going strong. Thank you guys for all being here. Thank you for being here. It means the world.
Thank you very
It is
much.
only the beginning. And as you are celebrating 100 podcasts, I'm celebrating 100 days sober myself.
Yeah, we were just talking about that. Wow.
Yes.
All things alcohol, what?
Not alcohol or drugs, but masturbation.
Damn, I'm more impressed by that than by alcohol and drugs.
Man, oh man, I have been struggling my whole life, but I have a whole new breakthrough here. Yes, I've been beating my dick like a bowl of eggs for years, and so
that's good.
And finally, I have taken the shackles off my penis. Yes, so.
Oh my God.
Oh my goodness, it's so good to be here. We're gonna have fun.
Wait, so you had to put shackles on it to come? Do I have that correct, or did...
No. I mean, well, when you're single and you're 40, childless, you barely get pussy. You're doing open mics for free.
40, I know it well.
You just immerse yourself in self-loathing and hatred and whatnot, and so the only way to feel good about yourself is watch a bunch of redundant DVDs over and over and over again, so you can feel some type of pleasure.
Dude, he brought up the DVDs. It's like porn Vietnam.
I collect porn DVDs like baseball cards. Brazzers, Bang Bros.
Well, that's coming in clutch because in Virginia they're like blocking all the porn site.
That's crazy.
You've got the hookup.
It's a terrible thing in the world.
You're gonna be like the porn red box for locals here.
Oh shit, bro.
No. So,
Did you get rid of your collection, or do you still have?
Well, see, that's the thing. I've been able to start throwing porn away that I don't need anymore. I don't get any kind of retraction over. So I've thrown away over about 9 in the last 3 months. But yeah, so I feel kind of good. But I'm starting to date women now, so it's kind of like, well, I don't really need them anymore. So I kind of have the
as
real
opposed to just watching
I need to get your number after this.
Yeah, I feel like I'm just looking at my picture. I'm scared.
I'm starting to cheat on my hands with bitches.
Yeah. That's what I'm talking about.
Yes. So anyway, that's a horrible way to start the show, but just to give you away. Never send a heathen to do a comedian's job, ladies and gentlemen. Through no rhyme or reason, I am the hellbound heathen. Yes, here today I have ascended from the depths of hell, ladies and gentlemen.
Now, what made you decide to abstain from the act?
It's just time, man. I'm 40. How many times can you beat your dick over and over and over again, and it be sore as a thumb? I mean, really, it's.
So it gets sore.
Yeah, So I mean,
do you use lotion? I think you should try lotion.
Yeah.
No, actually, no. I'm gonna tell you what happened. I know I'm saying too much, but
no, please.
I will.
I've never been so interested to hear come here and talk about jerking off.
Just the lamentation of my masturbation. But anyway, I had a masturbation blackout.
Yeah.
And what that means is that I don't remember what happened. I think I busted a nut and passed out in mid-stroke. I don't have any memory, but
Dave Carity died like that.
Huh?
Dave Carity died like that.
Is that right? Yeah. So I started.
CJ, real quick, who's Dave Carity?
Dave Carity, he died.
Like a white
David Carradine, the actor. Yeah. I remember the action star. Yeah.
Oh shit, that's fucking wild.
Yeah.
He's doing action movies and he fucking jerks off and that's what takes him out.
Well, he was jerking off with a belt around his neck. Fighting lemons.
Oh, so he was doing autoerotic asphyxiation. That's right. Okay, no, I don't.
It was shackled at one point. So I want to make sure you're not playing with your life.
I'm a black man. We don't do things around our necks too well culturally. So no, what happened is that one night I was doing something. I mean, we're all men. So I was doing something around about 8:15, and then I woke up around 12:37, and I just had all of this evidence. So I don't know what happened in between, but I mean, I woke up with this dried up semen condensation on my thigh and shit, and so my dick was glued to my hand thanks to a concoction of Vaseline and baby oil that I use as a lubricant.
Okay.
And I just was like, this is pretty pathetic. I mean, I had my pants around my ankles, and it was just like, enough is enough. I think I need to start dating women now. It's just
that would be alarming.
I want you to know this.
It's like, fine, I'll listen to all their problems.
That was my breakthrough. It's like, yo, this is.
Oh, you should.
I deserve better with my life, but.
Factual.
No.
You're a legend for that, honestly.
Laugh at my pain. I just. So let the
That's
world.
the clip. I'm gonna clip that and I'm putting it all over social media.
That's how I'm gonna go viral, being the masturbator of comas or whatnot. But anyway, that's
You're gonna be doing jokes. They'll be like, "Tell us about the masturbation."
Oh my god, I have ruined my career already. But anyway,
but that's real shit. That's a real emotion when you wake up to anything like that. You wake up and for me anyway, it's just like, oh my god, what did I where am I in my life? I'm at like at the lowest point.
That's that post-nut clarity.
But still, there's been times where you pass out and you're just laying in it, and you wake up and it's worse.
Literally laying in it, right?
You could wake up to a partner that doesn't look as good as you'd prefer as well, though, and I feel like I don't know which is worse, waking up to yourself or waking up and you're like,
I'd say waking up to yourself. I'd love to wake up next to a woman.
What if it's a very ugly woman though, like a extremely hideous, foul looking
I mean,
woman?
I'm not talking right now, but late night behind the doghouse.
Well, I've had some.
Like when I'm bad, I'm bad.
Well, I've had some pussy so bad I wish I just jerked off instead. But I mean, just God, this pussy ain't shit. Jesus, I mean,
I don't know. The worst thing you can get from jacking off is maybe like a blister on your penis, but that's the worst case scenario.
What the fuck is going on?
My word,
get a lot worse.
Lotion. Lotion. That's our sponsor.
I used to send you guys away with like shirts, and I'm just gonna send you away with some fucking KY jelly.
Something tells me
KY jelly and a washcloth. It says L&C on it.
Some soap, maybe. Something.
Something tells me that you all have been talking like this before I got here. Now y'all was having some.
No, you bring.
Oh, we were Udvar Hazy Center.
Yeah. We were looking at the Air and Space Museum, Carlton. This was all you. You brought this with you. Hell no.
What's your national tragedy or what was the question?
Yes. We've been asking everybody, and this is good for you because you were born well before 9/11, right? So what national tragedy sticks out to you where like people died that has stuck with you aside from 9/11? Like what comes to mind for you? What event? Somebody said the DC sniper for them.
I was in college around that time, but that didn't really affect me.
Yeah.
My God. A tragedy.
I would say it could involve you jerking off and laying in it for days.
Yeah, that's
but somebody has to die. I'm not talking about your sperm.
You know, my unborn children. Absolutely. I just an endless amount of baby gravy on napkins. Yes, that's probably the most tragic thing that I've encountered. But
really?
I'm trying to think.
Yeah.
DC Sniper. Yeah, I was a little bit young. I mean, I was born around the crack epidemic. I've heard about that, so to speak, but that didn't really affect me. I mean, I grew up in the suburbs, so that didn't really affect me like that. But 9/11 was pretty tough. I was in college when that happened, and I didn't really care. That's what I remember. I was like, so what? They just, planes hit the World Trade Center, but then it didn't hit me until I saw it live when both towers collapsed. And then I didn't realize that there were actual people in there. I was like, ooh, now it's kind of real.
One of our first guests today was a journalist when that was happening, and she was the person who posed this question that we've asked everybody so far, because she was on the ground interviewing people and seeing them all covered in blood and soot and everything, one at a time. It just seemed like madness.
I remember, if I can recall, it was a Tuesday, and I was in my ethics class when the first plane hit, and then I went to a school where we had a mosque at one of our buildings, so I just saw a lot of police just racing and being in defense. I didn't really understand.
Jeez.
And then when I realized that it was like really, really serious, one of my best friends who attended the University of Pittsburgh, he was somewhere around there, so I remember just calling people, making sure they were okay, they were safe and stuff like that. But it didn't really hit me until like that Wednesday or Thursday, that was kind of scary because I was away from my parents. I was on my own for the first time, and so I just remember just calling all of my friends from high school, the girl I was dating, just because you don't understand how that can really affect you, especially when you see planes collapsing, and buildings collapsing, like damn, like we at war for real,
and then there's that whole aspect of it, and then just diving in and going straight to war, like you put it.
I think because I don't think this country had a war like that since probably before y'all were born. Like I remember like Desert Storm in the early 90s, you're not really accustomed to it. You think of war, you think of other countries abroad. And especially when things happen on American soil, that can be kind of tough. But the most recent tragedy I can think of is COVID. And that was really, really tragic because you got 100, God knows how many people lost their lives abroad, but here in the States, over 1 million some people died. And I didn't really care about COVID in the beginning because my thing was, why should I wear a mask and I eat ass? That doesn't make sense to me. So I was like, that was we got to bring the levity up, ladies and gentlemen.
I was about to say, we need more masturbation talk.
When Jenner brought you into this, he thought you were gonna
we've got to bring the levity up a little bit. And so that was quite my COVID vaccine. When I eat a woman's ass, I get all the nutrients and the vitamins and amino acids and manganese and potassium. And so that's pretty much how
that's breakfast, lunch, and dinner for me when I can fit it in.
That's how I pretty much stay healthy.
That's the only way. That's my multivitamin every
laughing,
morning.
Smiling. This is all.
I mean,
The reason we weren't inoculated was because nobody was treating their partner right up to this point. Come to find out, nobody was going the distance.
I tell women all the time, that's what I ask on dates. I don't care about your favorite color, your birthday. Like, do you like your ass saved? That's if I can't eat your ass, I can't be your husband, ma'am. So just need to let me know.
Yeah,
I'm gonna pay this bill and get the hell out your life because
oh my God,
you're not gonna deny my destiny. You're not gonna mitigate my ministry, bitch. So you're gonna have to.
Now this is an excellent question, actually. That I have. Sorry to keep cutting you off, Lorenzo, but I feel like this sticks out to me because for guys, and I mean for me, there's a lot of guys with a lot of hairy asses, and that has never stopped me. Does it ever? Does it ever give you pause if it's a little hairy down there? Or are you willing to deal with that?
Well, I don't eat man ass. So
no, but for women, I know some women might not trim.
What about them Latinas?
Yeah. Exactly.
Most women. Ideally, they're a little bit more.
Ideally, so you're saying it needs to be smooth for you. It needs to be.
Yeah, I don't want to taste.
I don't want to plug shit out of my teeth after the encounter.
I mean, the vagina, that's one thing, because I know there's, I'm pretty sure I speak on behalf of every man here. We've all had that episode of eating pussy and you got to spit out hairs like sunflower seeds every 3-4 seconds. Just,
like,
every lick is
these guys look pale. They're really like, what is happening?
But I don't want to feel any fuzz back there, right?
And that's fair, and that's something. Again, forget the favorite color, forget what movies you like, but the conversation starts with: are you clean shaven?
Yes.
And are you?
Can I eat your ass?
Can I go down on your
right? Right.
Okay. Yeah. For me, for a time, I was a prude. And I did ask a lot of people to shave, but then at a certain point, you get desperate, and I think I just learned to cope with it.
When you get hungry, you get hungry.
Exactly. Fucking, I gotta eat.
The last relationship I was in, I told my woman that she needed to have her asshole clean at least 4 times a day because. Really? You never know when I might want to go get some cabbage. That's what I used to call it.
You're just ravenous. My word.
I used to call it cabbage. Because
they say cabbage gives you a fat ass, so I
absolutely.
Yeah.
I like to toss a salad in the collard greens. So yes, I toss more salad in the Olive Garden, ladies and gentlemen.
You like to play in Shrek Swamp?
Yes, absolutely.
Shrek Swamp.
Yes. Ain't nothing like having a biscuit battered with anal gravy, ladies.
I know it's funny to make it sound nasty, but it's not. People, I want to make it clear. It's not disgusting. It's a beautiful thing. It's a beautiful act.
Ruin Olive Garden.
I don't know. I don't think I ever can. I don't know. I can't get over.
Really?
Yeah. No.
Just the fact that's where shit comes from. You can't move past that.
Well, you got to bathe her first. I mean, you can't eat ass after she's come fresh off of a Zumba class and yoga. Or something like that. No,
for the gym and shit.
No,
that's
rules.
when you do it.
You can't eat ass after Chipotle.
That's what I was going to say next. Yes.
Nah. You gotta successfully clean the taint and bon appetit.
Yes.
Never take an enema.
Right.
Yeah. No.
I used to do that. I used to be a real stickler. Like you have to use an enema before you need to. Yes, because my tongue's
that just seems like too much.
But they really wanted it. Was the thing, so we made it work. You know what I mean?
Nobody plays.
That was the foreplay.
No, real talk though is women do similar shit though. I used to talk to this girl. She'd always make me go get a condom. So no matter where we're at, I gotta go to the fucking gas station or whatever and get some condoms. And then when I come back, we don't use them. So it's like, you know what I'm saying?
No. Yeah. I don't know. Getting condoms has to be a lot easier than.
I was gonna say, if the enema is great, it's going down. It's not.
Getting condoms, like, I don't want to have to choose between an abortion and a condom. I'm getting the condoms.
Yeah. I'm sterile. We still had sex. We just didn't use the condoms.
Oh, then I don't know why you're using condoms.
You know
exactly. Who uses condoms?
Exactly. You know
what I'm saying?
My condom days are over.
Do I look 12, bruh? You know what I'm saying?
Dude,
apparently you do, and I fucking hate you for
STD
it.
is curable unless it starts with an H.
I'm going to say, you can't, yeah.
No, everything with an H, it's not curable.
It's not curable.
So,
I like that, actually. Yeah, that sums it up well.
What is it, just two?
Herb,
HIV?
Well, no. I'm pretty sure, yeah. It's just those two.
It's just those two.
Herp and Heb?
Just those two.
Well,
Hep too. So 3.
I'm reminded I'm amongst a panel of young men. I'm 40 years old. My condom days are over. I'm not in college anymore, so
my condom days never started.
No, bravo for you, sir. Take a walk on the wild side.
I'm just not trying to push anybody downstairs. That's all. That's where I'm coming from, man.
She slipped.
No,
she was not pushed. She slipped. Okay,
that's exactly what I'll tell him.
She's very clumsy. All that front weight from the baby. Okay, she tripped.
I didn't know she was pregnant. I thought she was fat.
Meanwhile, I'm trying to get a bitch pregnant, but anyway.
Really?
So it's easy. Get you a young girl. They all want kids, bro.
You know,
all the young girls.
Young girls are absolutely annoying. I'm 40 years old, and I don't have time to deal with young girls' delusions. I am severely scarred by life, so I need a woman in my life who understands protocol of peace and a relaxation,
no drama,
and you know, young girls, they have too much ambition and too many dreams.
They're not broken.
Right?
That's why I like single moms.
Right? You know,
they're still in I want to be on a boat mode.
Will you adopt me?
No, I'm sorry. I'm trying to make babies.
Alright, I'm 25. I can't be adopted.
Right? See. Nah, I need a woman. All she wants is a man with a dick and a job and health insurance. You know, that is her expectations, and I can supply that quite precisely,
quite readily.
Okay, so what do you look for in a woman then?
We got the first two out of the way. The eating ass.
Eating ass. It's changed over time because every piece of pussy that I ever had ain't been worth the stress. So I need peace.
It's never worth it.
You know, I mean, I love getting pussy, but I hate these bitches. I mean, really, that's terrible.
Sounds like you're talking yourself back into your masturbation days.
No,
like your hand is beckoning you.
No.
Oh my God.
Well, I mean, you know, I can't believe I'm the oldest guy in the room, but for me, the most important thing in my life right now is laughter. So if I was going to be with a young lady, I mean, if I can't laugh with you, I can't love you. I need to be able to really enjoy, and the older I get, the less, how can I put this?
You're like, you gotta actually like them as a person.
You know, not just that, but my libido has changed where it's not when I want it, it's when I need it. And being able to have someone understand, like, I don't have to go at it like a rabbit anymore. So I've done that prior too. So it's cool to be able to be with someone where you can just enjoy the synergy that you create together as a loving couple, where there's no drama and you have pure chemistry. You know what I'm saying? And compatibility. and someone who has to have her own life.
Yeah.
You know, my aspirations are broad, and so sometimes you deal with women, especially younger women, where all they want to do is they want to masquerade their inner bullshit and focus on the man's life. And think that they're doing some subservient service. Like, no, you're really hiding behind who you are by trying to be what you think I want you to be. And you need to have your own life, ma'am.
Yeah,
So,
there's a lot of people who think what they really want is for someone else to complete them,
right? You know,
or vice versa. But
you need to be complete by yourself.
Yes.
And you need to be healed and whole by yourself. You know. Insecure women are obnoxious.
Insecure people are obnoxious.
People, right? Because you know, women think that the more they beat themselves up with self-pity and self-loathing is a form of humility, and it's obnoxious. You know, it's not my fault you hate yourself. So, you know, confidence really is like, I'm overweight, and I mean, I don't have time to sit here and build you up, and I got to sit here and do push-ups. Like, you know, I need you to be in the gym with me.
Yeah.
I'm fat. I'm ugly. Oh my God. Fine. Oh, let me go fuck your sister then, because she like that. But anyway, that's terrible.
Nah, I think there's definitely a difference between, like, you know, like the fishing for compliments, a confidence, and then maybe like a narcissistic, like, you know. Like, you know, someone's confident will be able to point out, you know, like, yeah, I'm pretty, but maybe I'm a brick.
Right. You know, it's
so. But then there's girls like, oh, you know, I'm this, I'm that, and you know, it wears you down.
It's emotionally toiling to deal with, not just but people who are that have their own internal ambivalence, and they don't know who they are, you know. And I mean, I know I'm dealing with a younger panel, but that will get old the older you get. And you want to be amongst people who are aware of themselves, that have some discernment, that have some internal introspection, and you'll be able to have a lot more fun. And it's easy. It's better to seek that and obtain that now before you become, you know, older, and it affects now. And now it affects your psyche as the receiver. Yeah, you know what I'm saying. So
there's sort of an intrinsically young trait being aloof, not knowing how to make up your mind on anything. That pisses me off to the end. I used to be with people who, I don't know, what do you want to do?
I'm that guy.
Oh my God.
I don't know what to do because I haven't lived here that long. I'd like some help.
Yeah.
You know, I never know what the fuck to do.
Well, that's one thing, but to say you never know what you prefer at any given moment and you're always deferring to someone else.
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
I know what type of food I want before I eat it.
Exactly.
Factuals, bro. Oh my gosh. No, because you asked me what I want to do. I'm going to be like, well, I want to chill in the house and save money personally, but you know what I'm saying? So it's like, if you don't know what you want to do, but you want to go out, you better figure out what the fuck you want to do. Because if we doing what I want to do, we saving goddamn money.
That's a whole different beast.
I totally feel you, like, because I like to sit on the couch, watch Netflix, fucking...
Chilling at the crib. I pay rent. You know how much I pay for rent? I gotta take advantage of this shit. I gotta sit in the house enough to, you know what I'm saying, make the rent worth it, you know?
But then there comes a point where you make all the decisions. Those decisions for 2-3 weeks may have been to stay home every weekend, and then the other person come to find out they're resentful that you never do anything.
Right.
Well, why haven't we done anything? You never suggested something to do to begin with. It's like, this is, you know, it goes both ways. You have to, you know, pitch in, and even if that's suggestions, you have to pitch in, right? You need to be a complete person. That's one of the best pieces of relationship advice I give, is that look at this person you're about to, get into it with. Are they ready for this? Because it seems like they're super dependent on this whole group of people. They're super dependent for all this emotional support, all this financial support.
Jesus Christ!
They need to have a job. They need to have a life, a social life. So that so for me in my life, for when I'm doing shows or when I'm doing God knows what performing, I'm busy. They can't be looking to me all week. Yeah. When I'm busy, when I have it scheduled and have communicated this, they cannot be looking to me for, to fill that emptiness that they might feel throughout that week. Yeah. They need to be able to have other things to occupy that time.
Yeah, we're adults. We all work. You should not need to be with me 24/7.
Yes.
People the shit I be like, what was you doing before you met me? You know what I'm saying? What were you doing? Were you just fucking walking around trying to fucking meet somebody?
If the answer is not shit, you're not ready for a relationship or a healthy relationship.
You'd be surprised how many people are racing and rushing to be in relationships because they are absolutely petrified of being by themselves.
Yeah, dude, 100%. Yeah,
you really need to have an interim of independence before you seek companionship. Mm-hmm. That is really, really essential. Like, you need to know who you are, because we just mentioned about I don't know, but to me, it's unacceptable for you to tell me you don't know the answer to a question about yourself when this is your life. You're too old to not know who you are.
Exactly.
So don't tell me you don't know. That's unacceptable.
There's a whole, usually it's in college, or hopefully you'd hope it's in college for most people, where they have this whole self-discovery arc and they figure out what it is they like, or they figure out their own ambitions. I know you were talking about earlier of women are too ambitious, or young women are too ambitious, but that's not necessarily a bad thing.
It's not.
If that occupies their time, if that's what they're striving toward, at least they have a goal.
It's not a bad thing, like if they have a goal, but if they're just ambitious about doing nothing, it's you can have, you gotta pick something.
Sure. I do see a little yin and yang, like Christian, you're saying how you don't want someone that has nothing going on, and how if you're out doing stuff, they need to have their own life. And then whether you, Carlton, that's saying that like you're saying that women are too ambitious. So I think it's more about like
younger women. Younger women.
Yeah.
Well, there's nothing wrong with having ambition when you're trying to discover who you are. But once again, I'm in a socially and also in life, I'm a little older than you all are. So I'm kind of settled. So having to deal with someone who has ambition, 24, 25 years old, I'm 40, like that, that sounds like I'm dealing with my daughter. So so I need some venerable pussy, pretty much.
But yes, Jenner, I get what you're hinting at. It is give and take. There are times when you want somebody who's in your corner, who's there to support you, there to show up for you, but that, for me at least, it can't be all the time. I'm gonna need some space at points, and there's gonna be times where that space just happens, and I can't control it, where I am going to be out of the area for such and such amount of time, or I am going to be indisposed or inundated with work, right? And we're going to have to learn how to deal with it. Right now, the relationship I'm in is perfect because this person is in school, they're doing their own thing, they have career aspirations, I have career aspirations, and we meet where we meet, and so far it's been a great time, and we've been able to show up for one another. But if it's just, but there are couples, I'm sure we've all seen these people that do just sit around all day and don't do shit, or maybe they just scheme all the fucking time on how to fucking get one over on people, but those people are made for each other.
Right. Yeah, that's what I was trying to get at.
There's people that are made for each other, they'll find each other, and we all have to weed through the people that aren't for us.
Not just that, but I mean, they probably have had sufficient time invested already so that they can have that kind of settledness. But it's hard when you're just starting out and you're sifting through, person after person trying to find your person.
Yeah, but I was going to say to you, you're talking about your age. You're in a great spot. And like we were saying before, just find somebody who wants what you have to offer. And I don't know, do you find in the sort of late 30s, early 40s dating pool that it's people with more drive to find the right person than it is younger?
I mean, it's not just more drive, but it's more urgency.
More. That's what I meant. Like they are really honing in on what they want.
Right, because I mean, I don't feel this way personally, but I mean, there's a large, overwhelming mentality of people who are in their late 30s, 40s, or whatever, and even beyond. Hell, even in your late 20s, who feel like time is running out.
Yeah.
And because no one expects anyone who sees themselves as having a family, married, children, all that kind of stuff, everything that we were raised to think that we're supposed to have, no one thinks that they're not going to have that when they're in their 30s and 40s. People think that they're already going to have that, and then they're just going to hit life and then just tamper off. But when you're still seeking and searching, or when you're still without it, people get to be a little antsy.
Yeah, there's a sense of urgency.
And then you feel, and then you feel it when you date. And then you feel it, you feel it when you date, and that becomes a little problematic because some people are still playing.
Yeah.
And it's easy to manipulate that kind of urgency. It's easy to do that. Then again, it's also very frustrating to find someone who is serious about, because everyone's always so this is a demographic of people, especially if you have your own money and you're working hard and you don't really have time for it, but there's just so much fluff and it's so much fluff around so much substance. So you really have to work hard to determine whether or not if it's worth it. And if you've been in these streets long enough, you'd be like, man, to hell with this shit.
Now, you made it sound like earlier, or maybe I'm mistaken, but it seems like you're seeing somebody now, or you're kind of with one person?
I've reconnected with somebody.
Okay.
And so we're in a really good place.
Good.
And I'm very optimistic.
Excellent.
And so I got my fingers crossed. But at the same time, like you mentioned about this endeavor of comedy, comedy is such a beast. And with you all being younger, I mean, it's kind of hard to do both. If you really have the aspiration of traveling, of seeing the world, you have to have somebody on your team, and they have to understand the grind of travel, of being in one city to the next. You may not be able to see a recital and all of that kind of stuff, if that's what you all want. And so, I mean, I'm very, very fortunate to have someone to understand that. But
that's what's up.
If you love this craft, it's kind of like you don't want to tell someone that you care about, I love the stage more than I love you, but this is how I'm going to provide for you.
Or this event this weekend is more important than this.
Right. But
other thing.
But if you want this to be your craft, where you really see yourself traveling and being in front of not just every open mic you see 5 people in 50 chairs, but you want to see a full theater of people, that person's going to have to understand that. And not give you the kind of grief that will come with it, because
definitely,
this comedy don't wait for nobody. The stage is a beast, and and the people want you to be funny. And that's one thing that I credit. You know, my guy, you need to have him on here. My man, Mr. Lawrence Owens. You know, you need to have him on here. You know, he's one of the best, the absolute best comedian in the DMV. I'll give you his information.
Yeah.
I mean, he'll give you a seminar. He'll give you a seminar.
I would love that.
And about how to be a professional and how to really treat this like a business. Yeah. Because you are a business. And again, if you want to have a family and all that you can have it, but they have to understand it. That's, you know, I don't want to get too preachy.
It's layers to this shit, you know. It's like a cake. It's layers, you know.
One of the best conversations I've had so far with someone about comedy and about sort of like the business end of things was Mike B.
Yeah.
Spoken to him about just like the ins and outs of everything. He really broke it down for me, and I was really grateful that he took the time just to have sort of like a one-on-one like that. But it's just that. I mean, you really have to devote yourself, and the same goes for anything you set out to do. If you're going to do it, don't expect to see anything come out of it if you don't fucking go for it, if you don't go all in on it. As cliche as that might be to hear, you're gonna have to put your heart and soul into it, and as much equipment as you can buy, as much time as you can spend. If it's not the whole fucking package, if it's not you putting in the effort plus the time plus the shine and shimmer of it all, if all those factors don't come together, that culmination, then you might not see shit out on the other side, you know, and you might feel like you wasted your time. You'll resent even trying in the first place, but you have to really go all in. You need to invest yourself into the project, whatever it is.
One thing about comedy and sex, they will make you pay your dues. It's one thing. You know, I had a promoter one time. He DM'd me and he said, "Hey Carleton, are you free on the 16th? I think it was like a Saturday." And so I replied back to him. I said, "Well, when you say free, do you mean as in available or as in slave?" You know, because comedy is the one endeavor that you don't really get paid your worth. It's just, you know,
I had a show the show with the hat. I still haven't been paid for. You know, so hopefully I'm not burning a bridge by just saying that out loud. But fucking, where's my money?
Right.
Yeah, I mean, hey, but you at the same time, stage time is stage time. I'm going to fucking Richmond on Thursday for maybe $40-$50 if that. You know, but it's just the fact that I get to and actually Mike is the headliner for that. So you know, just the opportunity to perform alongside people I really like and people I know are going to make me look good at the same time, and that I get the opportunity to make myself look good. You know, I'm going to take it.
I mean, I'm at least gas money funny. So I mean, that's
you know, good. Yeah, exactly right. That's $50.
Maybe not car note funny, but I mean, at least you know, something to put something in my tank, so I don't have to go home and slip my wrists because I done slutted my life out for 35 minutes and everyone laughs and I go home to nothing. No, I can't
go home to a wet
but if you love this game, that's why I'm talking to you. If you love doing this, you have to do it with a smile and all that kind of stuff, and hopefully your time will come. But
that's right.
That's right. But I mean, I think I did a show one time and I just said, "God damn, another unpaid performance. Fuck this, another one." But anyway,
but I
don't want to lament, but so much.
No. Do you have anything coming up? By the way, I forgot to. And you too, CJ. I don't think we asked you. Do you have any events that you know of yet?
Well, I'm on the 24th. I'm in an audition in Charlotte for a competition. That's the only way I'm getting to the money is by competing for cash prizes. So I'm in an audition in Charlotte, and the cash prize is I forgot how much it was. Yeah. And then later on the 29th, I'll be in Del Mar, Delaware for a competition where I advanced into the semifinals or something like that, and we're all compete for a cash prize.
And we're talking about where Lorenzo's at in Salisbury. Did you see each other at that?
Yeah, he sent me the link, and I've been in Del Mar ever since. So I performed there twice. And my next assignment is on the 29th. And then on the 30th of March, I'll be in Fayetteville, North Carolina for another competition.
Wow.
And with cash money on the line. So
putting in the work, but that's what it takes.
Right.
That's what it takes.
Nobody is sitting here asking for my cash app, and I'm going to give you a deposit or an envelope. So, we have to sit here and have comedy warfare and just kill each other off for peanuts. But anyway.
But once you carve out a slot for yourself high up on the mountain, then you'll get the opportunity to give back if you want to.
Yeah, absolutely. I don't know about giving back because I didn't take anything. But that's terrible. That's terrible. That's horrible.
But you know what I mean.
Right.
I mean, even if it's just for your friends.
Right.
You're gonna Floyd Mayweather it. Huh? Said you're gonna Floyd Mayweather it.
Said no. I got that from George Carlin in one of his books where he was like, "I don't believe in giving back." I said, "For what?" Because I didn't take anything. I was like, "Oh, that is horrible," but that is kind of profound.
Yeah.
But that's not my philosophy. No.
And I just mean to say, when you're able, that's another thing. People get ahead of themselves. I used to be a big victim of that, where I always wanted to look out for people, or people I felt deserved it, when I was in a position where I thought I was comfortable, where I thought I had the means to dole shit out and give and fulfill favors for people and shit. But that doesn't come till much later.
Yeah,
we're in all our age groups, for everything that we are right now in this room. We're all still at the point where we need to look out for our damn selves. and keep the eyes on the prize, and whatever happens. No promises made to anybody.
No, I mean, comedy owes no one anything. You have to seek, and if you are good, if you are lucky enough, and if your talent matches that, then opportunities will come your way. And especially in this time, like you have done with, you and Lorenzo have done with this podcast, you have to create your own opportunities, and then things will come.
That's right.
But there's enough room. It's endless amount of room for people to grow and to develop and to become their own kind of person and find out who they want to be in this genre. So
another great piece of advice. Create your own opportunities. I always talk about it because this was a formative experience for me. I took a seminar from a famous comedian, and her big piece of advice was create your own work.
Yeah.
You're your own biggest advocate.
Yeah.
And if you're not getting booked, that's your fault, because you're not advocating on your own behalf. And push comes to shove, so you're not making opportunities for yourself. So I have a mic I run every week now in DC on Wednesday. CJ's been, Jenner's been. You're more than welcome to come. There's always a space for you.
I'm gonna come one day.
Yeah, Lorenzo will be there someday. He's on his way now, actually. He's been driving.
He'll be there. I'll be there by Wednesday.
But just like that, or showing up constantly, being there enough. M. Fisk, friend of the show, she'll be on a call with us at some point. I had her in here, but she invited me to perform with her, and then to join her in producing shows with her own production company that she created for herself. It's just one of those things. But say no to as many opportunities as you can afford to. But I strongly advise against saying no to shit right now. Now's the time to be like you said, what are you asking for? Am I free, or am I?
Yeah.
I'm still a hoe about it. I mean, sometimes
get what you can get, but at the same time,
I'm at the point where I still love performing, and I'll go anywhere.
The joy of that alone is
I got a new job where I work remotely, and so I'm gonna start traveling to different mics across the country, and I don't have anything else to do, so so I might drive to Greensboro, North Carolina, do a mic on a Tuesday, and then drive back home, just so I can be like, well, there's something here in Greensboro, there's something here in Atlanta, there's somewhere in God forbid, Dover, Delaware, or I might get on a flight and just. I might get on a flight and what the hell is that Lorenzo doing?
He's laughing at Dover, Delaware.
But there's,
see me?
Yeah,
but
not everybody.
There's so much to aspire, to chase, and to be amongst. There's always a room, and
actuals.
That's right. That's right.
And if you want to be great, get out your state. You can't just stay in the same state. I'm from Maryland. I kind of equate, Maryland, DC, Virginia, all clustered up, so to speak. But get up out of here. Go to a Ricky Dink, club in Buffalo, New York. That's 6 hours away, but still, this.
I was just about to ask, do you go up to New York a lot?
I haven't, but now that I have some time, I would love to try.
Yeah, that's my next big trip. I want to go to New York and do mics and try to get a show. If you really, really love it, and especially if you hate working, I thought I wanted a job and a career, but I want to collect checks in my house shoes, and I want to get paid the most doing the least, like Ben Simmons. So that's how I want to live my life, pretty much. Just working hard never did shit for me, but make me sleepy. So hell yeah. And I asked CJ, do you have anything coming up that you can think of, or you just had the show recently at the Electric Palm? Yeah, no. Well, we'll get work for you. Trust.
Oh, eventually.
Trust and believe. No, I know I said I'm not doing favors for anybody. But, you stick with me long enough, I'll get you on something.
Right.
Trust. Well, we're gonna take a break real quick, and then we'll come back with whoever's left. But thank you so far for being with us, guys. Really appreciate it.
Thank you.
We'll be right back. And we're back. Wow. Yeah, I had to stop down. CJ stepped out. He left, but we love CJ. He's great. That's when I admitted I got a DUI and talked about all that on his episode. So CJ's got a special place in my heart.
You'll be in my heart.
And it's fun. What the fuck? And it was funny. I talked about the mic I do on Wednesdays. CJ was at the last one, but there was only like 7 or 8 people at it. Like it was slow as fuck.
I'm gonna come tomorrow.
Jenna was there too. That shit was slow as a bitch. Now there's 20 people signed up.
Good
for this week. So tomorrow night it's gonna be hustling and bustling. And we're gonna have a couple drop-ins. Not sure when that'll happen, but I got this speaker behind me. I tugged that, lugged that, and bring it all the way the fuck up to DC with me. I'm thinking of leaving it at the venue, but I've got the equipment. I've got the mailing list at my disposal. Got like a billion fucking comedians on speed dial now, and now we're cruising. So every Wednesday, come and see us at Aurora Market for Keep or Sweep is what it's called. And what it is, Carleton, is it's a mic where people can bring their jokes that they're working on still, material that might not be the best to bring to a place that people respect you at, where you have a reputation, so that you don't have to embarrass yourself, and you can come to my mic, try the stuff out, and then at the end, if you want to or not, you can stay up. You can stay standing so that the audience and the other comedians can help you punch the jokes up and give you like some tips, So because we all think of like another tag or another punchline that you can add, and then it's yours to take home and do whatever the fuck you want with it.
Absolutely.
So, that was the idea. It's kind of half mic, half workshop.
Yeah.
Every Wednesday night. I'm looking forward to this week. And hopefully we keep this momentum going. That's been a big theme. We were talking earlier about my biggest fear with all this is losing the drive, losing the momentum, the fucking everything that's happening. It's growing that I'm building upon. That if I stop, for an extended period that it's all just gonna come to a screeching halt.
Yeah,
people are gonna stop to remember who I am.
Yeah,
that I'm not gonna be able to sustain everything I built so far. So I just try to stay working. Seems like you do the same thing. I take what I can get. I'm not a picky fucking choosy bitch like some people can afford to be. So
the first week, did you have a lot more people than the second week?
The first week, yeah, because someone else booked it, and then when it got handed over to me completely, and I had to book it, people were less interested. Just because most of the people I know are out of Woodbridge. It's a fucking. It's out of the way to get to DC for a lot of people. Yeah, they don't have metro access.
I wonder how that format will work with a lot of people.
Yeah.
Because whenever there's a few people, there was no like time limit. It's just like try what you want to try out, and then like people spitball. But like with like 20 people, that there's gonna be more of a time push for it.
There will be a time constraint tomorrow night. Or again, we're recording this on Tuesday. This goes out on Saturday, but Wednesday nights there is a time constraint, especially when there's a lot of people. And I already have it in my head what I'm going to do, and I kind of did that the first time we tried it because we had enough people to where I could time people out and cut them off. And if they wanted to stay standing, they could get a little bit of feedback. I would say the feedback portion of it takes more time than I would like, and I'm going to be way stricter with that. I have a speaker now that I bought, like I pointed to, that speaker back there has Bluetooth, so I'm thinking I'm going to have like sound effects where like, if people are taking too long with the advice, exactly, like some or like time's up, shit like that, so I can keep it fun, keep it light, but that people know, hey, shut the fuck up, it's time to keep it rolling.
Absolutely,
your advice is valued, but not that much. On to the next person.
So have you thought about maybe like making it go from 5 minutes to like 3 or maybe not 2, but like just to try out your bit, and then they'll have more time for the workshop part.
And I've thought about that. I've also thought about relegating to the performers. Is it what's more valuable to you in this time? Do you want to just, a lot of people just want the stage time. So I'm gonna give you 5 minutes if that's what you want, but if you'd rather just try a couple jokes that have been really iffy for you and then get some genuine conversation going about it after, feel free to do that by all means. And somebody did that last time, Hector Castro did that one of the times where he's like, that's all I want to do, does anyone have anything? And he took his sweet time after to talk to people and get some real genuine advice. So
I'm excited to try that out again.
Well, see, I think that with everything that you have going on, Christian, and the kind of turnout that you're getting, you're showing that you have something that that especially comedians are seeking, because comedians are always looking for rooms, and so I would like to encourage you to know that your contribution is very much necessary and much needed and much appreciated amongst comedians. So
I want it to be something a little different too. I don't want it just to be same old.
So I mean, be encouraged in everything that you're building and everything that you're because it's coming from a pure place. It's coming from a place of passion, trying to get people to at least be better. And we all looking for dojos. We're all looking for rooms, so and there's nothing wrong with resting. There's nothing wrong with taking a break. Hey, look, man. And then if you have a team, a trusted following, you can hand the reins over one week and just be like, hey, look, you may have to take the show for tonight, and then I have to rest because you only do get one body. You know what I'm saying? Comedy is extremely demanding. And as much as you may want to keep going, listen to your body, but don't think that what you're doing it is not in vain. It is with absolute There's importance, right? It's pertinent. I'm trying to look for big words. I'm trying to say, you know.
I'm always trying to remind myself, to take it easy.
Yeah.
When I need to, when my heart is actually
easy. Take it easy.
Whenever there's an opportunity for a song, Lorenzo usually takes it. Yeah.
You know, shout out to the Eagles anyway, but probably the only black man on earth that is in love with the Eagles. It's, you know, but anyway.
Classic rock, nothing wrong with that.
I just be knowing random songs. I don't know why I just be knowing random songs that don't make no sense.
Yeah. It's your gift. It's your gift to just
that's my
take it away, maestro.
I was shocked when I first heard the Doobie Brothers, Michael McDonald. I could have sworn that was a black vocalist. And I could not believe someone that soulful had that kind of pale white skin. I couldn't believe it, but you just, you know, I just love, you know, what a fool believes. I love that entire intro, that do 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 do, and then he comes up with that solo. He came from somewhere back from her long ago. It's the sentimental folder. I don't know the rest of the words, but it's then
what's old dude's name?
Then
fucking
then when he comes in with that she had a place in his life. Never made her think twice. This is a white dude with this kind of voice.
Bobby Caldwell.
No,
that's who the fuck it is.
Bobby Caldwell.
What you won't do for love? What you won't do?
Is that another one?
He was another one. Bobby Caldwell. What you won't do?
I'd have swore, son. I'd have bet my whole paycheck Bobby Caldwell was black. That motherfucker look like Owen Wilson or some shit.
Yeah. You know, I remember when I first heard Hall & Oates' Sarah Smile on WHUR. I couldn't believe it's Sarah Smile for me. It was like, this is a white band. I can't believe it.
All I know is you're gonna get our whole video taken down with how pitch perfect you're singing all these hits.
Baby, I'm leaving. You know, but I used to sing in the choir back in my day. Before I was a heathen, I was in the choir, but you know, I was active in the church. I was an altar boy, and I was never molested. I can't believe I was
nervous.
You know, I didn't believe that was even a thing, but I mean, you know,
congrats.
Yeah, I feel like, you know, that should be something to be. I didn't even know they was doing that, but
I feel like it's because black kids tell everything though. You know what I'm saying?
It has to be. It must be the wrong culture.
They be like, don't tell your parents, and the first thing I'm gonna do is I'm telling them, you know what I'm saying? Guess what this motherfucker just said to me today?
I wish somebody would tell me suck my dick in the name of Jesus. I'm like, I don't think we're gonna have this today. No, I'm gonna tell my daddy on you, pretty much. No.
In the same vein, I feel like black parents wouldn't believe their kids because of how much they divulge. You know, like what's a lie? What's the truth?
Right. No, but I think my parents would. You know, I think my parents would believe that. Right. You know, Father Butt Rubber was trying to make advances, mommy. Right. We're not gonna.
Mommy, he showed me his pee-pee.
You know, he was trying to lay hands, mommy. Fuck this. No.
Can we go to Chuck E. Cheese?
I feel like it matters what it is. You know what I'm saying? Like if the teacher call home and say you did some shit, they gonna believe that. But if you tell them somebody did some shit, they probably gonna take your side. That's what it is. It's whoever tells first. So it's just like the fucking justice system. I did air quotes for y'all that can't see.
I just feel like with kids in general, it's always a negotiation though. Like they're always gonna tell you some shit with. Again, like okay, I'm going to tell you this, but can we go to Chuck E. Cheese after?
Can we get ice cream?
Ice cream, because he touched me. But I feel like black parents are not gonna fucking give into that as quickly, because you mentioned pennies. There's no free lunch. You gotta really fucking. You need pictures. You need evidence if you're gonna.
If I told my mother somebody touched me, she would go absolute hell. Right, absolute ape shit. But
you calling all the uncles, everybody showing up, son, and somebody's getting hands put on them.
But
there's certain shit they'll definitely take your side, and they're going all out.
But
I don't want to go too deep into it, but it's because it's way too prominent. It's way too prominent.
There's all kinds of scandal going on. I mean, hell, I'm a vacation Bible school dropout, so I got kicked out of vacation Bible school because they caught me fucking my teacher, and I was trying to show her the whole new meaning of the word missionary, and they was like, I just, clearly that's not the kind of outreach they're looking for. So
is that all I had to do? I was trying to get kicked out the whole time. That's all I had to do.
So I have become a heathen instead, and life is a lot better when you're a heathen.
We're happy you turned. We're happy you turned to the dark side. I love your whole heathen ministries.
Yeah, well, I've been told I've been going to hell all my life, so I might as well go ahead and give them what they want. Just
I'm embrace it.
There's no reprieve for me. I have stooped so low and I love putting my salvation at risk, and quite frankly, I don't want to go to the same heavens as my grandmothers, and pretty much I want to go to hell where there's going to be some cocaine binging and some orgies and folks playing spades and just, I'm
if you get a break down there, I hear it's pretty rough.
Right. I don't look good in white no way, and I don't want wings on my back. I'm overweight, so fuck flying. I am headed for hell, ladies and gentlemen, and God is not going to forgive me because I did something. I can't believe I'm gonna share this with you, but I feel like
you don't have to.
I feel
tell us the world needs to know.
Since we've been opening up all night, but I did something that I know God ain't gonna forgive me for, but one morning I beat my dick to my preacher's wife, and I just know good and well, after that there's no hope. There's no reprieve for me. I've been lusting after my preacher's wife for 25 years, and
the current one.
Yes, she's absolutely sexy, and she's not one of them average. Like when you think of the preacher's wife, you think of somebody that's middle aged, and I don't think my pastor's fucking her, but this woman is a beast, and she wears them nice little skirt suits and with the slinky stockings and all this, and I mean she's just so proportionately shaped, and I just want to tear a hole in them stockings and part her thighs like the Red Sea. And
I'm about to come to your church.
Is there a petition? Where do I sign to make sure you go to hell?
And then I want to dip my dick in and let all my people go. I just want to be absolutely horrible and incorrigible, ladies and gentlemen, but
that fits with my theory. So like in my theory, every church I've gone to, the pastor always marries a wife that's like 3 leagues above him. Like the pastors I've always grown up, just some goofy like homeschooled guys, just
I feel like
always growing a scraggly ginger beard, and then like their wife is like the prettiest girl ever, and you're just like, whenever they're like introducing themselves, they're just like, yeah, this is my wife, and then like the PowerPoint, and then it shows them together, and I'm like, no way he's bagging that. Right, and then he's like, and we're starting a family, and then they show like the sonogram picture, and I'm like, man, he really did bag that.
I can appreciate a pastor that's fucking his wife. That's, I'm all for that. I mean, people always want to talk about family values and being, fruitful, but I mean, there's just so much. And I don't mean to sound like a sex zealot, but I mean, we don't talk about intimacy enough in the church. And I'm tired of boring marriage sex where you look at a couple and you be like, God, they look like you hate each other. And I aspire to be a hound, for in the event that I get married. I want to be a hound. And I was reading the book of Songs of Solomon, which is a very erotic book. And the things the things that's in that book, I mean, puts 50 Shades of Grey to shame.
That should be spicy, boy.
Oh my God! It says something like, "Oh, let me enter thy garden and release my fertilizer," some shit. And I said, "My God!" I was grabbing my dick the whole time. I said, "I don't think I'm supposed to be doing this," but it's. Oh ye, the nectar is sweet. I said, oh my goodness, this is quite, the supples,
Miracle Grow a little different.
Oh my God, the supples of your breasts and the sensate. I couldn't believe these scriptures. I said, and y'all are passing over this book of the Bible, and then you go into some ridiculous book called Ezra. Fuck Ezra. Ezra didn't get no bitches. I don't know. How did you pass over Psalms and Proverbs and James and Romans? Those are good, powerful books. And you want to sit here and read from the book of Titus and Amos? Fuck them. Those are not ample. I don't think those are sufficient scriptures in those books. But anyway, what the hell do I know?
Yeah. Show me that real shit.
Yeah,
I want 100% or none of it.
No, either preach the word of God or shut the hell up. I'm tired of those preachers too. I'm tired of preachers that can't preach, who are absolutely boring. Or they have a lot of stage presence and a lot of bravado, but they don't say nothing. You have that one pastor. He's so in the spirit, he can't even finish his sentences. He's like, weeping may endure for a night, but joy comes.
I just had a flashback.
He ain't said nothing. I don't know what you come to do, but
Hey, me and Christian are gonna start L&C Mega Church. You want to be our pastor?
Absolutely.
Hell yeah.
We'll take you on tour with us.
Here we are here at the L&C Ministries, and it is a wonderful day in the house of the Lord. Amen. And amen to all the big voluptuous women in here. I just want to say that oh ye, the nectar is sweet. Yes. If you weigh over 200 pounds, please let it be known that bones are for dogs, but meat are for niggas. Amen. And amen.
Amen.
He is so worthy.
Solomon 3:15.
Coming down with the fucking with the damn wires and shit. You can be.
I treat pussy the same way I treat Jesus. I will bless the pussy at all times, for its praise shall be continually in my mouth. Every knee shall bow, let every tongue confess that pussy, my. The gospel says, let everything that hath breath praise him. Oh, there's something about it. Pussy is so good. It's been so free. We must give all praise, all reverence, all adulation too pussy in these streets.
Hit me.
It's been too sweet. There is a balm in Gilead to heal the sin-sick soul. Oh my. I don't know about you, but the onlyest time I speak in tongues is when I'm eating some pussy. Oh, ha shama lama lama my ass. My salvation is the shaking of the thighs. My, just rain down on me, just rain down on me, let it fall on me.
That was miraculous.
Here for the sermon. I'd like to start off something funny.
And then we bring you in here for the jokes.
By all means, just see, you got blessed tonight. See,
there we go.
I'm tired of those passes.
Get big and turn corrupt. I can't wait. I can't wait till we turn big and go corrupt.
I would preach the word of God, but they ain't gonna let me cuss in the pulpit.
Look, we gonna be a different type of, because there's like 50 different type of fucking Christian subsections, and we just gonna be the one where it's like, as long as you talking about the right stuff, you can cuss, you know.
Well, heathenology is the theology for the future, and we're gonna preach the word of God according to the book of Nicodemus. That's
how do you feel about that, Jenner?
I'll listen. I'll let you take over that lesson.
You're welcome. You may not be able to join.
For this week, we'll have Carleton do it.
Jenner's gonna be listening to one of our services, and someone's gonna be like, "Hey, what's your religion? And what book do y'all read?" And he's gonna be like, "I have
a pamphlet for you. I'd love you to read it."
The gospel.
Yeah, I'll just have like a name badge or like a brochure with me. I'll just like a business card.
The gospel according to Nicodemus, where it says that if you ain't sucking dick, you really ain't praising God, ladies. I don't know about you. That's just
talking about. God damn.
We have to emphasize the practice and the necessity and the heeding of the fellatio, ladies. You ain't sucking dick unless you praising God. And I want to turn to the gospel in Proverbs to prove it. I'm serious. It's a gospel in Proverbs that speaks on. Go to Proverbs. Look it up. Look up Proverbs 31 verse 26.
I know you have to get out of here.
Man, you're saying you were just talking about how you're a vacation Bible school dropout, and you're like,
well, in order to be a heathen, you have to know your scripture. But
he dropped out, but he was there.
Yeah, I was there.
Yeah.
You're like the Bill Gates dropped out of college.
Right. Yeah. I'm the Kanye West of the gospel, right?
Ultra Beam's my shit.
Wait, was it Bill Gates or Steve Jobs that dropped out of college?
I'm not sure. I don't know. White people don't need to go to college. They're gonna get money anyway. But let's look it up. Proverbs 31 verse 26. I'm gonna use the 31 verse 26.
How does this even work? This is like a foreign language to me.
Because this is a special word according to
Proverbs 31.
Proverbs 31. This is the book.
That'll be the whole chapter.
This is the book of Solomon's mother trying to tell him about the dutiful wife, the virtuous wife.
I'm sure.
And
shit boy. Shit boy.
So if we can bring that scripture to light. It reads, she opens her mouth with wisdom, and on her tongue is the law of kindness. Now, if that don't bless somebody, if that don't bless somebody, if that does not give women the fortitude and the sufficient provocation to supply unto men because every man has had a woman open her mouth in ignorance, and men are seeking the kind of wisdom in which there's proactivity and initiative and volition. I want a woman to suck my dick where it sounds like a Fast and Furious engine.
I was going to ask, so the grapefruit method is are you looking for the grapefruit method?
I wanted to sound like, you know, I wanted to sound like, you know, Vin Diesel's behind the wheel. I want a woman to suck my dick where she's humming, "Oh, come all ye faithful." Just what kind of podcast is this? Why do I ruin your show, Christian?
You made it better.
I apologize.
See, we were talking about the Uvar Hazy Center before you came in, so I think we're going up.
You livened it up for sure. You made it.
Look, the things you're saying are going to be all over the internet and saved on my phone. And from now on, every woman I date, I'm going to show her this shit. Matter of fact, look, boy, look.
He's saying, he's going to say and spread the word of your fucking gospel full.
This is the ministry that needs to be disseminated to the masses. You know, this is what we need to be reaching to the people. You know, I've heard so much of the same redundant stories over and over again. I get confused between the ark and the three little pigs and walking on water and porridge and Humpty Dumpty. But who is out here spreading the gospel of women that need to suck a little bit more dick out here with some ambition and enthusiasm, because men are tired of suffering in silence. Men are tired of you doing it wrong and then having an attitude when we give you some suggestions.
She speaks with wisdom and faithful instruction is on her tongue. How vivid.
No, we are tired of suffering. We are able to I'm on a roll. I just feel God all up and through this place today.
Did the organ help at all? Was it helpful?
The organ was genius.
Oh my God!
You heard me trying to ad lib and shit. It's been a while since I've been to church, but you heard me trying to ad lib and shit. That's what I remember at least.
Might have to break this out more often.
This is the best streaming of church so far. I love Zoom church. You know, because I get to zoom in and then I get to zoom out when I don't want to hear that shit no more. So
I went to a mega church with my mom last Easter, almost a full year ago. And man, have you been to Life Point in Fredericksburg? Have you heard of Life Point Church before? It's just a surreal experience. Lots of people there who are well-to-do, dressed up. The pastors and people are dressed super fucking well.
Yeah.
Like borderline righteous gemstones.
Yeah.
Shit, right? But then there's a lot of people that are just like trailer trash. Their babies and crying and screaming the whole time. And they're bringing their infant children to a rock concert.
Yeah.
Eagles. And it's blaring fucking music, loud as can be. Like, you're going to really deafen your child for this experience that they're not going to remember. No. I was so confused the whole time. And I did it for my mother as like a service just to be there. She's like, why don't you come with me?
And it's different with you.
Yeah. Be real.
So when I first fucking moved back here, my mom was like, you should come to church. I went for 20 minutes. I haven't been since.
Yeah, me neither. Yeah, that was it for me.
yeah, that's it. I'm never going again. That's the last time I'm gonna. Well, that's the last time I'm gonna be inside the church. You know, it is what it is.
We were in this
until we start our mega church.
We were in this big ass multi-million-dollar auditorium, and still, I was like, "What the fuck is going on here, man? This is craziness." I loved the music. I loved everything, but it just the whole conglomerate. Strange to me.
It's amazing of the pageantry that goes on, the pomp and circumstance.
Yes.
You know, and you know, you can just tell when it's become like. You ever seen the movie Leap of Faith with Steve Martin?
No.
Oh my God.
It sounds good though.
It's awesome.
Yeah, I like
it's about a bogus pastor who robs this city blind, and but he has a great show. He's you know, I implore you by all means. Are you ready for a miracle? Ready as I can be.
Real miracles, sensibly priced. Tagline on that.
But yeah,
poster.
You know, I grew up in a church where you know, you can just, you don't really need all the extraness. You know, you need to have one rinky-dink piano, and you know, one choir that, you know, I mean, that good old time religion where they sound horrible. You know, you don't want to see old people in the choir. You want to see them doing other shit, but you know, there's nothing worse than the old folk choir, because the sopranos sound just as raspy as Weezy Jefferson, like the tenors, but they praising God for real. And even the organ is old and run over. It's like, you play your organ real quick, just you know, but see, that's the Undertaker music pretty much, but and they sound horrible. Like, pass me not, oh gentle Savior. Like, oh God, I'd rather go to hell than hear this shit right now. But
the musicians are supposed to play louder than the singer in that situation. Yeah, they supposed to. Yeah.
But I know what you mean. Like those old fucking chapels with like the pews and the little fans in them.
Oh my God!
They have Bibles in the back that are all ripped up and
where you had to open the book, and everyone has a Bible app on their phone or on their tablet.
Yeah,
you know, it's gotten to be.
Now. It's different.
To me, that's blasphemous. You know,
really?
that
Bring
to
out
me,
your phone.
Right? You know, break out. Even the pastor, he's up there with his little tablet and his, you know, I remember where you had to have some toil, where you had to flip the books open and you see the dust of the mildew of the pages just spraying all over the place. That's the glory of God, where you really, you know, this is the reading of God's word right here in Proverbs 18 verse 24, where we speak about the strength of brotherhood. Some friendships may not last, but some friends may last longer than brothers. Like, that is ministry right there. You know, so
I used to do this.
Would you have to try out?
I'm sorry, go ahead, whoever.
I used to fucking fold my hands like this when I didn't have an actual Bible, and I'd be like, this is my Bible. I don't know if y'all can see. I'm trying to. Basically, I turn my hands into a book shape when I ain't have a Bible, and I just act like I was fucking reading along. Yeah.
Helps to have big hands.
Yeah.
What were you asking, Jenner?
I was asking, so would y'all have to try out for the choir?
No, I was forced. You know, my mother made my sister.
You can try to leave,
right?
If you can't.
No,
well, the church I go to right now, I don't know. I'm thinking because the church I'm going to right now, there's every week there's like new people up doing instruments, and there's just so many people up there that you don't know who's bad or good.
Yeah.
But I would think it'd be funny. I have no musical bone in my body. I think it'd be funny just to like go up there and just be like, yeah, I can play guitar or something like that, and just go up there and just
strum along.
just do a strumming like the Dave Matthews Band, huh?
You're like one chord and shit.
Y'all get in here. Come on, Jim.
Do you attend a church that's predominantly white?
Man, out in Herndon, it's a lot of Asians.
Is it like Korean?
Like Asian and Indian, there's lots of that.
I'm sorry. I've never seen an Asian clergyman before.
No, the pastor is like a old white guy.
Okay.
White hair. He's like wearing a soccer jersey whenever he's up there.
Yeah.
Lots of super religious Korean people out in like.
But
it's not quite Northern Virginia, like almost.
But the presiding official is of Asian descent.
Yeah, a lot of times.
Really?
Oh yeah.
I've never seen an Asian clergyman before.
There's whole ass Korean like chapels and stuff where the sign is in Korean. And but it's like Lutheran or Baptist or like some real niche shit.
I don't want you to lose your page because I don't want to make fun of them, but I mean, just I've never seen.
I'm gonna tell you one thing. There's probably like one Asian person that watches this, and
I'm wrong for that. I'll take this.
Yeah, I heard that one. I was like, see, now he's
I don't know any Korean hymns.
You gotta watch the little fucking K-dramas with the Subway commercials in them and shit.
No,
I guess they just play K-pop on organ.
Hey, I ain't gonna lie, I fuck with a little bit of K-pop, you know. Yeah, I'm a little K-pop, J-pop type of guy. You know,
that's good. I'm not.
Yeah, I don't know.
I don't know shit about it.
Oh man! Oh, thank God, because I don't know either. What the hell are you talking about?
Like Korean barbecue though?
Huh?
Have you had Korean barbecue?
Yeah.
Like the all you can eat, where they cook it on the stove in front of you and shit. You know what I mean?
I probably had a plate or two. I mean, I try to.
Oh, so you don't know?
Yeah, no.
Get out to. Oh my God, like Annandale.
Like K-pop.
It's big, or Centerville.
Okay.
It's huge. There's like 10, 12 all-you-can-eat Korean barbecue spots where you go, you pay a flat menu price, you know, at the top, if it's like $26-$30.
Yeah.
And then you order a la carte off the menu what meat you want, and they bring the meat out and put it on the grill. And then you get like 6 or 8 sides out, refillable constantly. It's all like coleslaw and kimchi and pickles, all sorts of different pickle shit.
Do they give you all time limit?
Usually there's like an hour,
because I've been it's like 2 hours, like a hard 2 hours, like there.
But still, how much do you need to eat in 2 hours? That's plenty of time.
I'll put down some food in 2 hours.
Oh yeah,
I'll be miserable. I'm like,
right,
timer's not, the game's not over.
That's where you see those churches though, too, is in those areas.
Okay.
And those families, like any other family might go to Golden Corral or whatever. They're going to these restaurants after too. So.
Okay.
Oh, that's some good shit. We'll have to get together. We'll do a podcast field trip to a Korean barbecue.
A mukbang.
Hey, I'm gonna show up. Stay last.
Yeah.
So here's my idea.
Yeah.
We're going to make a chicken business that's only open on Sundays, and we're going to be located very close to Chick-fil-A's. What do y'all say?
Like the parking lot, Chick-fil-A, just like a lemonade stand.
Yeah, like a food truck.
We're gonna be in a food truck in Chick-fil-A parking lots on Sundays.
It's a fantastic proposition. Hell yeah! It's the thing. It would work.
Everyone wants to go to Chick-fil-A.
I don't know. Have you ever had to deal with the Sunday afternoon church crowd?
Oh yeah.
No, absolutely.
We're gonna get mad money.
Oh man,
we're only working one day.
Oh, my mom's the epiphany, like the final boss of like
waiting in line and dealing with all that shit.
Oh yeah, like full Karen. Yeah, she's.
I'm proud of you for admitting it. I appreciate you being able to admit that truth.
But you seem so timid. Is that a direct response to where your mom is?
That's why.
Maybe. I haven't been to therapy yet. Nah, I love her to death. But she's crazy.
You haven't been triggered yet, huh?
There we go.
Oh my god.
Oh, there's been times where I'm just like hiding, like.
Yeah.
It's too funny.
And she always does have like the weird orders too. Like
instructions and shit.
Yeah, like she'll never just order like a supreme pizza. It'll be like it needs to be done this way and that way. I remember there was this one time where we had a Pizza Hut open up and they just kept messing up and she was kind of going crazy, and then we had like pizzas like stacked like this high up, and it got us, they comped us and everything, and
really,
yeah, I'm surprised. I was like in middle school, high school, but like thinking about, I'm surprised they just didn't deny our serve. Like, hey, at this point, y'all just gotta go.
At a certain point,
pizza stacked like a scene in Home Alone, right? Pretty much.
That's absurd. No, I couldn't even imagine being able to get away with something like that. Nothing close. You get kicked out for some shit like that.
Pretty much,
or you get blacklisted, or fucking you get your picture put up on the front of the. This is that bitch who made us waste fucking
10
pieces worth of ingredients, and she took it all with her for free.
We'll have a little fucking case break in case any of these people show up, and it's like they're pictures of anyone.
Not to say your mom is.
I don't know. Living in like living in the suburbs, though, I think there's enough of them spread out where they can kind of blend in a little bit.
Right. Oh, dude, there's tons of false alarms. Anyone with the same haircut as when she came in that day, and it's like, my bad, I got PTSD. I can't help it. I can't. I'm just terrified.
It's 10:30 now. Do you have to run at all? I don't want to keep you if you need to.
I'll just go on the next break.
Okay, cool. Which we're approaching. We're another 45 minutes almost on this recording, so we'll probably be on our last hurrah on the final recording after this. But
I thought there was going to be another cameo.
Yeah, there might be, maybe not. We'll see. We'll see. Hey, the door's open.
The door's open, right?
The door's open.
This is a monumental night. 100 episodes for the L&C Podcast. Yes,
Hey, play the Legend of Zelda shit. No, the Final Fantasy shit.
Oh yeah. I thought of, you know why I played it like that? Because I thought about that, and then I realized I don't know how to play that. So,
do you know how to play "Don't Stop Believing"?
Don't stop believing. That's the only way. I don't know what they be saying outside of that.
No, he was gonna do it on the organ.
Hey.
I can switch to this turn. I don't know what this turned into. I feel like
just a small town girl.
Let me see here.
Living in a lonely world.
On my train going anywhere.
That's right.
Did you hear T-Pain's cover of it?
Huh?
T-Pain. He has a video on YouTube where he did like a live concert.
Yeah, I saw it. Yeah,
he did Don't Stop Believing. It's pretty good.
And T-Pain can sing without auto-tune.
Oh, he
did. Right. And he plays Call of Duty. He's a jack of all trades.
Yeah. He plays Call of Duty.
He's good at it too. You saw the clip of him playing Call of Duty, and something like they do in Call of Duty, they called him like the N-word, like hard R. Mm-hmm. And then he beat the shit out of him in the game, and at the end he like freaked out and like really went. I'll have to pull that up. That's a great clip.
I love that.
It was only like last year.
Better.
Yeah,
I don't know. He seems like a cool guy. At least like from what I've seen of like his content online.
No. Yeah, people seem like they cool on TV.
True.
Yeah, here we go. Wiping out full.
Hold on.
So they keep saying like Black Lives Matter, suck my dick, N-word, like shit like that. It's like really these middle schoolers going in, just like business as usual online with these games. But this is how he streams.
I get bullied like this when I hop online because I sound like this. And yeah, people hop on my voice a lot.
Yeah. You hear every bleep is them saying another racial slur or like a
yeah, bro. I'm like
Black Lives Matter. One of these motherfuckers is on that and I want all of them.
Yeah, man.
He said, I want all of them. He goes in.
Oh my God.
I want every single fucking one of them.
Yeah, you can feel the blood
I want
boiling.
every fucking single one of them. I want it all. I want it all. I want every part of it. I want a part of it. I want the whole thing. I want the whole thing. Keep talking that I want you to delete the black skins from your motherfucking COD.
Oh my God.
I want the whole thing. I want it all. I want it all.
He said, boy. Y'all haven't seen that. It's such a good clip.
I fucking love that.
He dealt it though. He really did.
Yeah, that's another way to kill white privilege.
Yeah. One middle schooler at a time.
Right. I mean, last year we learned we killed white privilege. Well, the last summer we learned to kill white privilege with a submarine and a folding chair. So now just.
That's why I keep a folding chair in the back of my car.
I was like, wow. But
one of them damn church chairs, boy.
Lo and behold, we're making progress, ladies and gentlemen. We're gonna break this scourge of white privilege, But
yes, we are. We've turned Jenner. Jenner's on our side.
Right.
He entered on our side.
We've adopted Jenner in CJ, right?
Heck yeah! Right. I got my business card with me.
Absolutely right.
What's it called?
This is.
I haven't printed out the card yet.
Right, you haven't printed the card out, right? Yes. You can't even write it, ladies. Don't even write it.
Yeah, I gotta get.
So just be in solidarity with us. Like, yes,
I gotta make sure whoever printed it is a black-owned business.
Right. Have no fear. White people were on the bus on the Freedom Riders. They were with us now. Yes. No, we're here arm in arm, hand in hand. Dr. King would be proud that the sons of the former slaves and former slave owners are sitting together at the table of brotherhood tonight. We are here. Thank you very much. It's Ebony and Ivory.
Excellent. With that, we're going to take a break here.
This has been awesome.
I know.
This may be where I leave you.
Yes. It's late. It's late.
Yeah,
It is late.
You gotta know when to get the fuck off the stage.
Amen.
He's like, I've done enough for today.
Yeah, and actually, given what I know so far, I think we're just going to end it here. And we do a segment at the end of the show where Lorenzo gives advice. If you all would like to contribute as well, feel free. But
so, how long have you been doing this all day?
We've been doing this since 4.
Wow,
that's a full work day.
Yes,
and I worked beforehand too. Yeah.
Wow, this is a historic night.
Yes, sir. Yes,
I am beyond honored that you invited me to come and join.
What's up?
Why are you looking around, man?
No, we had a visitor come in.
But real quick before you, this is my brother Aiden. He's been on the podcast before. Say what's up, Aiden.
Everyone,
what's going on? Can you get mom in here too? Where is she at? Is she in her bed? Is she going to sleep?
I don't know.
Oh man, it's her birthday today, so I was gonna.
Happy birthday, Mrs. Is it Mrs. Balmer?
Miss Morris.
Morris. Okay.
Finally divorced.
Okay. Damn.
No. Let's get out of here. Thank you, Carleton, for 100
My absolute
episodes.
pleasure.
Thank you, Jenner. Let's get the advice going. Lorenzo.
Always a blast.
What you got for us?
I'm gonna hit this shit. First off, welcome, Jenner. You know, you're now honorary. You can't say the word, but you're one of us.
I got the business card.
I don't have a choice just around it. So
Carry that card like it's your COVID papers, right? I'm vaccinated.
I'll give you the color purple. How's that sound?
There we go.
Make sure y'all join the L&C Mega Church. We're coming to a real talk. We're gonna be online, so just fucking watch us online like you do your own church anyway. Ours is gonna be way better, and we're gonna be talking that real deal. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Also check out Christians Keep It or Sweep It. Come see all of us at our individual shows or combined shows both. Make sure you continue to watch the L&C podcast. You know, happy birthday to Auntie. You know what I'm saying?
Happy birthday.
Yada bing bong.
all that good jazz.
It's 100th episode. Mucho fucking bueno.
There it is.
Oh, do you have that sound?
We made it
There
this
we
far,
go.
guys. We made it this fucking far. You didn't think we made it this far, but we made it this far. We're gonna make it farther. You know what I'm saying?
Amen. Thank you once again, guys, for joining us. Thank you. On that note, we're gonna peace out. Thank you if you watched to this point.
There's more to come.
More to come.
Hell yeah.
That's what I told her. Oh.